Okay, I got 3 spots up. He'll probably be back by the Sleaze Brigade. How do you pronounce this guy's name, man?
Which one?
Brigade.com.
Oh, I don't know. I know the guy from Florida.
What's something where like a new inductee?
In the Sleaze Brigade?
What would you play? Something like dun da da da. Something like, I'm going to say we have a new inductee into what's called our Sleaze Brigade, so I'm trying to, like a trumpet, dun da da dun dun, and then I'll give his name. You follow? I'm much more demanding than the other guy. Much more handsome as well. Let's see. Get your popcorn. Okay, so his last name, if I'm saying it right, and I am the king of pronunciation.
Tom said it pretty good.
Leonarsic. Look, sick. Leonarsic. How do you pronounce C-Z-Y-K? What the fuck? Zick? Leonarsic.
That's how it's said.
That's here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spell it the way it should be spelled.
I think that's what it is, Leonarsic. And the guy, well, you know that guy called yesterday, and he knew that he was Florida, and that's what Gaff seemed too.
They will refinance you. Rates are going down too. It would be a good time to refi, because if they go down even further, the Fed gave the old nod, wink, wink. They're going down, you know.
I don't understand why. You understand why?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're trying to stop inflation.
No, I thought higher interest rates stops inflation.
No, lower. I don't know, actually. Fuck if I know. Why? What? You're right. Why? Why sometimes when we're having a great stock market, they fucking bring them up. Other times they lower them. Explain that. We just hit all times. And usually when you hit all times in the market, what do? They start raising rates. Then people take money out of the fucking market and start doing interest loans.
I thought they raised rates to stop inflation.
Fuck, I have no... I hate these earphones. I hate these. Ugh. I'll probably have you come back with that after the first break. Do you have something for, like something before someone gets an award? Dun da da da, or something. I can't think of what I'm thinking of.
You should do that like when they walk up for graduation.
Something like when they walk up and there's applause in the background, they're ready to get an award. Drum roll, and then after, yes, drum roll, I'll say his name, talk about it, and then a clapping sound, like a whole crowd clapping.
I like that. But if you did like the preemptive when they walk up for graduation, we kind of
hold on. I'm going to come in as soon as I start the show. I'll do the normal intro. Then I'll go. Now we have a new inductee to the Sleaze Brigade.
I like that.
Then you're going to play the drum roll. I'm going to say it. I'll say a few things about him, and then clap. Then I'll make fun of Dan.
Troubleshooter.
Welcome to the show. As you know, this is the only show of its kind. We're here to solve your problems, answer your questions, take your complaints. You know what we do here? What we do and we do best is we try to make your life a little bit better. If you've been ripped off or taken advantage of, there's one phone number to know. And lucky for you, it works on and off the air. That's 303-MARTINO. Or you can email us at help@troubleshooter.com. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up in the next month, by the way. We're going to relaunch our help center to where you can report bad businesses And you can complain about businesses, bad people for that matter, right at referrallist.com. I'm working on that in the background. Hopefully, we'll have that done pretty soon. But in the meantime, guess what? We have a new inductee to sleazbrigade.com. Michael Leonarzik. You got to go to sleazbrigade.com to check this guy out. You have to check out what a scumbag he is. This guy actually told us yesterday he could care less what people think about him. But if you go to sleazbrigade.com, you can see his mugshots. He's got multiple of them. He's also a felon. This guy takes money and does little to nothing. And he could care less about his reputation. He could care less about what you think about him. Now, I'm going to give his number out in a few minutes. So, folks, please give him a call and be very nice, but ask when he's going to give the money back. Just ask him, when are you going to give everybody's money back? We had a caller yesterday. This guy was swindling homeowners in Florida as well. The problem is, Colorado, our rules aren't as tight. Our laws aren't as tight when it comes to this kind of crime. In Florida, they'll send you to jail for ripping somebody off. And if you rip off a senior citizen, you can get in a lot of trouble. And I mean a lot. You can spend a lot of time in jail. We found this guy's mugshots at mugshots.com, and you just have to check him out. He really is a scumbag. He, honest to God, is a scumbag. I'm sitting here looking at him. Michael James Leonarzik. Date of birth is 4/13/69, male, and this guy's just a bad guy. Here's one of the charges. Ready? Fraud, swindle, obtaining property under $20,000, grand theft. And these aren't that long ago. They're not that long ago at all. We're trying to get this poor guy his money back. Dan, do me a favor. Get this. I thought his phone number was up on Sleaze Brigade, but it's not here. He also goes by James, Mike, Jim, all of them Leonarzik. So really watch out for this guy, and we'll give it. Now, coming up here, I'm curious about this pit bull still barking. I have no idea what Dean is talking about. Dean, I must have missed this call. What's going on? Why is it still barking? What's it matter if it is barking? Dean?
Have you talked? Yeah. Have you talked to Dan?
Just you tell me. Go ahead, because there's other people that have no idea. What is it? Give us the quick synopsis of what's going on.
I originally called with a barking problem.
Got it.
My neighbor
Yep.
has got a pit bull.
Okay.
Pit bulls are illegal in Aurora.
Okay. How do you know it's a pit bull? You can just look at it and tell, I assume?
No. Records from Animal Services have been out here.
Okay.
And they identified it as a pit bull.
Well, if it's illegal to have one in Aurora, the question begs, why didn't they take the dog away or do whatever they do when you have something illegal?
Because this guy goes and gets it and says it's now his service animal.
Okay, so in other words, you can have a pit bull service animal, but you can't have a pit bull? Is that what Aurora says?
That's what Animal Services says.
Okay, well, I'd like to check on that. Dan, have we checked on that actual question?
No, I haven't called Animal Services there as of yet.
That'd be very curious. If a breed is outlawed somewhere, and it's made into a service dog, does that mean it's cool?
But I did check Colorado. Colorado does not have a law that says that you have to, you can still be a service if it is a pit bull.
See, I'm curious. Suzanne, who do we know at the ADA that always tells us about the service dogs compared to a companion dog?
Oh, that's Dana Barton.
Would you get her on? I'd like to ask her about this. She's going to know the answer to this question. If Aurora and I think Denver do not allow pit bulls, they simply do not allow them. If it's a service animal under ADA, can they have them then? I'd be very curious.
I like that. Okay.
All right, so Dean, but okay, forget about the breed. The dog's just barking all the time. Have you talked to the neighbor?
I haven't, but the neighbor on the other side has.
Okay, why haven't you talked to him if it's bothering you so much?
Because he just, after reading the reports, I'm not Mr. Social. You know, I'm not Mr. Howdy Doody, how you doing kind of guy.
You don't say.
Okay, so I don't really talk to the guy, and I don't need to talk to the guy. I would think he'd have control of his animals. But the neighbor on the other side, and the reason I know about the neighbor on the other side is because I started filing open records. I thought, golly, what is going on here with all this? I just wondered if there was a problem.
How long when does this dog bark? Like every morning, every night, all day long?
It doesn't matter. If he barks all the time.
Here's what I'm saying, Dean. If I come out there, and we do a Facebook Live and I do it at 1:30 today, is the dog going to be barking? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
If he's in the backyard, yes.
How often is he in the backyard?
About 23 hours a day.
Okay, so he's there all the time. You know, so in Castle Rock, for example, if a dog barks more than, I think it's 3 minutes straight, but it has to be nonstop, they count like a 15 or 30-second break in the barking. Don't ask me how I know this. Don't ask, please. But if there's a break in the barking, it's like the clock starts over. It's pretty ridiculous. Go ahead, Dan.
So I called them up. I called the neighbors up.
Yes.
And they didn't have any idea that there was an issue with the dog.
Well, you're good listening to people. What do you make? You think they're going to solve it after you talk to them?
No, they didn't want to come on. They said, and they were actually kind of angry that this was brought up on the radio about them.
Wah.
Right. So they didn't want to come on. They said they didn't have an issue. They did know that they have a court date on the 29th. But they said no neighbors have talked to them about
They didn't know they had a court date?
No. They did know, and they're going to the court date on the 29th of this month.
Where is it?
The court date?
Yeah, I know. Where is court? I think that'd be interesting, believe it or not.
I assume it'd be Arapahoe, right?
I'm curious if it's a service dog, and I know who's going to be able to answer that question.
Yeah, no, this is a good question.
It is a good question. So, Dean, all right, listen, everything's in action. What I would like to do, it can't be today because I got to beat.
It's not in action. No, you're incorrect.
What do you mean I'm incorrect?
The barking still continues.
I understand. And if you let me finish, what I was going to say is I can't do it today, but tomorrow I'm going to come out and get some video of this dog barking, man. I'd like to see how annoying it is. And then if it's annoying as you're making it out to be, we will give this a lot of attention. And it's also an action because you have a court date coming up.
Why can't he just videotape the barking to save us a trip?
I've got videotape of this dog.
Send it to us. I want to see it. Is it barking?
Of course it is.
Is it barking at another dog like next door?
No, it barks. It wakes up or whatever.
I hate to say it. It reminds me of an episode of Seinfeld where Elaine gets rid of the stupid dog that won't stop barking.
They kidnap it.
Maybe we can help this guy in other ways. Dean, hold tight, man. Seriously, we're going to help you. We're going to get out there. In fact, Dan, maybe tomorrow we go out and look at it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, we bring attention to it if we go live. We'll get thousands of views. People will see it. Then we can go over and talk to the neighbor. Is this a big deal? I don't know yet, because I always try to think of this. If this was my neighbor and the dog nonstop barked 23 hours a day, I'd go insane.
Yeah. So he said he has those dogs in the pit bull, and he's got this. What other kind of dog is it they got for protection? He said it's a bad area.
Like a Doberman, a German Shepherd?
What kind is that other one, Dean?
Oh, this is Dean. Dean, what's his other dog breed?
The Presa Canera is the other dog.
And that's a big dog. Looks like a wolf.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Maybe it is a wolf.
This is a bad dude, man.
All right, Dean, I got you, man. Hold tight. We will figure this out. I'm looking forward to getting over there. All right, 303-713-8255. Rob, what's going on? What's your issue, man? Rob? Oh, hold on. I hit the wrong button. Rob, what's going on?
You hear me now?
I can hear you now, sir.
Hey, Mark. I talked to you about a month ago, and I was having an issue with my Jeep. I took it into a shop, had an engine installed. They couldn't get it running. I had it taken over to another shop. Do you remember the story?
Man, it sounds like the same story I've heard 1,000 times.
Yeah. Anyway, you gave the guy a call, and the guy agreed to give me $200 back.
Oh, good.
That's what we ended up. That was over a month ago. I went in about 2 days later, talked to the guy. He's like, oh, yeah, I just ordered checks. It'll be about a week before I get some checks.
What's this place called? A week before he gets checks? Why couldn't he reach into the till and give you $200?
Yeah, well, anyway, that was a month ago. I stopped by yesterday, and the guy's like, oh, I'm not giving you the money. Just straight up, I'm not giving it to you.
Suzanne, see, okay, what is this place called? This one is the one I think we couldn't even find a website on.
Yeah, and it's kind of a name of his company is kind of a play on words. His name is Chris Pitts. Last name is Pitts.
And it's called
And the name
Pit
of his
Stop.
shop, it's Pit Stop. Pitts.
That's what made me remember it. But here's the problem. And if I remember further, I can't even find a website on this guy.
Yeah.
What's his phone number? What's the phone number over at Pit Stop, man? Do you got it?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
All right, hold on a second. We're going to come back to him. I mean, this is ridiculous. One of the things I hate in life is when we call up and they say they're going to refund money and they don't. Pit Stop. This guy is literally the Pits. My play on words?
This report is sponsored by Wyndham.
You like my play on words?
Just playing.
He's the Pits. Get it? The Pits. The Pits, Jerry. We should call Newman. He goes, "You'll be back."
Mark,
Yeah.
you're doing lives, right? Like Centeno's coming up.
Yeah. Oh my God. God, what is wrong with these headphones? When is it, sir?
Oh, this is a Pit Stop is in Colorado Springs, I take it.
When? Yes, I can. When is what I'm asking.
6,000 hotels across the country, including La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8. A great hotel by Wyndham.
60.
Closer than you think. Find one near you and book direct at WyndhamHotels.com.
Do you have any pain whatsoever? Shoulder pain, maybe a rotator cuff, knee pain, an ACL tear? You need to go to Centeno Schultz. These are the real stem cell guys. In fact, the remarkable part is, if they don't think stem cells can help you, you know, these guys are real doctors, not some chiropractor. These guys can actually give you different ideas on what to do. Maybe all you need is PRP, and of course, that's a lot less than stem cells. A lot of times your initial visit will actually be covered by your insurance as well. They have these seminars all the time that are very cool. They can do ultrasounds. They will read your MRI right there. They can tell right there and then if stem cells or PRP would be good for you. But really, if you've been suffering from pain, don't want to go through surgery, check out AvoidSurgeryToday.com. AvoidSurgeryToday.com.
Should I try to call this Pit Stop dude?
What's that?
Should I try to call him?
Yeah. Did you find his phone number?
Yeah, I'll double check with him and stuff, but I got here. It's in Colorado Springs. I'll get the 19428.
Problem with women's shelter.
Yeah. Oh, she sounds like she's drunk or high.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay. Get a bong sound up. I'll quiz you when I want it. Does a crack pipe make a certain sound by any chance? I don't know. Dan, does a crack pipe?
It does. It feels like a whoosh. You're a trip.
What?
You're a trip.
What are you saying? I'm going overboard here.
You add life to it.
Life.
All you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified.
Hey, is Mike the guy I used?
So while other companies might deliver a lot of headache, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a
That's
qualified recruiter site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work. ZipRecruiter.com/work.
If you need to spruce up your kitchen, Art of Granite. They do natural stone and other solid surface countertops. They are a direct importer of granite, quartz, and other natural stones. You can see them all at their beautiful showroom. They also do cabinets. What I love about Mitch is how he does business. It starts out with a phone call. Then you can visit his beautiful showroom if you'd like. First, just on the phone, he'll tell you how to take some photos, take some measurements. He'll get you a preliminary price so you're not wasting your time. You'll see if it's in your budget, or they can adjust it to get into your budget. After that, you visit the showroom, pick out what you want, and he'll get you a specific price that will not change. Serving Denver Metro and the entire mountain communities, they do beautiful work, and it's a 1 to 4 week turnaround. Whatever you do in the kitchen, they do in the bathroom free. They tear out and haul away your old kitchen and your old bath free. Artofgranite.net. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
Does China pose a serious threat to the United States of America? We'll ask Daniel Wagner, former international risk manager for GE Energy. That's Thursday morning at 7:05 here on 630 KHOW.
You know, we get all kinds of calls here. It's pretty amazing over the years. I've got some best ofs. I meant to run them last week, but I accidentally set the wrong file. But I've got some new ones cut with some of our best calls over the years, so you guys will love that on the next holiday. Don't forget that. The other thing I want to tell you about is Frank Duran, the real estate man. This guy is one of my favorite. Guess what I can say about Frank Duran? You ready? He saved me, and there's some lady out there listening right now. This is going to drive her nuts. In fact, what was her first name? Daughter.
Sue.
Sue, if you're listening, yes, Frank Duran saved me a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm not going to say how much. Yes, I will, over $100,000. So you like it or not, Sue, that's just the reality of it. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is the best negotiator I have seen out there. You got to check him out. Don't go to these guys that don't go to discount brokers. This guy will make it up with the money you get. He's the best out there. He's going to market it right. He's going to clean it. He the man. FrankDuranHomes.com. Now, let's get back to Rob on this pit stop follow-up. Then, Mike, I'll get your comment. Shelly's got a really bad issue. She's got a problem with a women's shelter. I'm not sure what that has to do. And then a used car issue. I'll always let you know when there's a line open. So, Rob, let me ask you something, man. You got the phone number to Pit Stop. About a month ago, is it possible for you to figure out what day you called in?
I guess so, yeah.
And the reason I say that is I'd like to go pull the audio of this guy saying he's going to pay it and then put it in his face for the rest of his life. So what is this guy's name again? I know it's Pitt, P-I-T-T. What's the first name?
It's Chris, and his last name is P-I-T-T-S.
Pitts. The Pitts. Chris the Pitts. It's incredible. And then it's Pit Stop Auto, right?
And 4x4, yeah.
Pit Stop Auto and 4x4. And what is their number down there?
It's 719-428-4849.
Yep.
4849.
4849. Suzanne, would you do me a favor and call 719-428?
Mark, I just called him.
4849.
Yeah, I just called him.
What did he say, Dan?
No, he was out on a test drive.
He's out on a test drive. You know what?
Him.
He's a jerk, and he's a liar. I can say this. In my opinion, he's a jerk. But guess what? In reality, Chris Pitts, P-I-T-T-S, of Pit Stops Auto and 4x4, is a liar. He said that he would give this guy $200. He told us that to call off the dogs. So, folks, please, do me a favor, and I'm going to just say it as it is. Light this bum up. This is a lying fool out there, and you know what? This guy is not the worst of the worst, like on the guys on Sleeves Brigade, but you know what? He's getting really close to being up there. You don't come on and call the dogs off and then lie. You just don't do it, man. So here's the deal, folks. Please, 719-428-4849. Ask for Chris Pitts. Ask him when he's going to give Rob his $200. I guess, Rob, he told you he's not going to give it to you now, right?
Correct, yeah.
You know what? This is another one, Dan. This one irritates me almost like, how come all the weird crap comes from Colorado Springs? Usually in Denver, and I hate to say this, we've got a great audience down there. We've got a great radio station. KRDO is great. But the weird calls, who was the guy that they promised him a $50 steak dinner if he bought a windshield, and the idiots wouldn't give it to him until we lit him up for a week. A week it took to give in to $50. They probably lost more business they can ever imagine over $50, and I hope Pit Stops Auto and 4x4 loses all their business. In fact, when you lie about $200, when you got to tell a customer, listen to what he told him. He walks in and he tells Rob, oh, I can't give it to you today, even though I promised, because I don't have any checks. I just ordered checks. You know what? He's a liar. He is a liar. Pit Stops Auto. And if you hear from him, if you get through to this scumbag, please, please call us. Here's his number, 719-428-4849. Mike, what is your comment on that barking dog call?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, we were on the same page. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Who was that? Mike at GE Tree Service?
Yeah, he might have actually had a comment, but he started his call like that with me. I said, you've got to start your call with Mark like that.
That was, well, he's gone now. But that was good. That was very good. All right, folks, do have an open line. 303-713-8255. You've been ripped off, taken advantage of. I'll do whatever it takes or whatever I can do. If it's legitimate, I better throw that in to help you out. We have recovered. You realize this show has recovered over $200 million in cash merchandise exchanges, refunds, and all that good stuff. Raymond, what's going on with you? Raymond, you're up, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, saying here about a month ago, I bought a used car, and...
A new car?
I'm sorry, I bought a used car.
What kind of car was it, Raymond?
It was an 06 and had 187,000 miles on it, okay?
Okay.
It was a Ford freestyle.
Got it. So, what's going on?
Okay, well, here's the deal. It's my fault. I bought something with a lot of miles on it.
I'm not going to beat the hell out of you. I get you. How much did you pay for it, by the way?
$4,000.
Oh, so I mean, it's okay. So okay.
I went on a Blue Book, and that's what it was. The Blue Book.
Fair enough. So how can I help you?
Well, here's the deal. Actually, things changed since this call, but I'd like to see if I can help this guy out. Here's the deal. I took it to a mechanic, and he said what the problem was. He said it was going to cost you short of $2,000.
What was it?
So, what's that?
What was the problem that was going to cost $2,000?
Well, it needed all three motor mounts.
Got it.
They were shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. There was a couple of seals gone. There was one seal in the transmission that was it's gone.
All right, so maybe a rear main, three motor mounts. I get you. So I mean, but what's it's a $4,000 Ford. So keep going.
Okay. Well, anyways, the mechanic told me it was going to be $1,947, just short of $2,000.
How much?
$1,900.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. So what's the problem, though?
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I've had this thing for less than a month. I wanted to know what my rights were. So what I did is, first I took it to the mechanic, told me the problem, and we only live 2 blocks away from where we bought it. So we walked over there yesterday, and I'm thinking, I've got into my mind, okay, I'm going to write into this guy, and if I have to, and tell him my rights and all this kind of crap.
Well, hold on a second. What do you think your rights are? I mean, help me out there, Raymond. You said you researched it. What are your rights?
Well, what I saw online was that we got 30 days.
That's not true.
It's not true. Okay.
No, you bought it as is, right?
Well, anyways, here's the deal. Yes. Well, anyways, here's the deal. I want to try to give this guy a plug if I can.
Go ahead. You know what? I actually love this is going somewhere. My God. Go ahead.
I went in there with a bad attitude, thinking, oh, my God, this guy isn't going to do anything.
What's the place called, Raymond?
It's called R. Lamar Car Lot. It's on Platte and Shelton.
All right, so you walked in, you bought a Ford for $4,000. You understand it had a lot of mileage and all that. So this guy eventually did what? Did he fix some motor mounts?
Well, here's the deal. He told us that if we go get it and bring it back, he'd have his mechanic fix it for free.
Cool.
And that he would only charge half the price for the parts, which is about $150.
So you paid $150. They did 3 motor mounts and a seal of some sort that was leaking.
Yeah.
Well.
And anyways, I got to hand it to this guy. I mean, he didn't have to do a darn thing.
Well, no, he didn't have to do a darn thing. In fact, I think but it's R. Lamar.
Yes.
R. Lamar Motors. Well, very cool, man. We like when businesses come through. Let me clarify one thing, though. Did you call before or no? Did we help you out with this?
No, I called yesterday, but I didn't get on.
Okay, so you just wanted to call and give kudos. You probably listen all the time. You hear of all the bad used car deals, and here's a guy that came through when there was a problem.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. R. Lamar. I got to give him credit.
Yeah! And they're down in Colorado Springs.
Did you call down there?
Nope, I just seen that that's where they're from, is Colorado Springs.
God, and we've got a bunch of dealers down there. We used to, well, actually, it's been pretty good lately. We used to get a lot of complaints down there. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you who I love in Colorado Springs. Honest Accurate. They're a repair shop. They got 2 locations. But the largest Dodge dealer in the state, Colorado Springs Dodge, those guys are so aggressive on pricing, they'll beat anybody out there. They rock and roll.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
Right after this.
In the usual spots on the Highway Drive, northbound I-25 coming out of the Tech Center. Watch out for stop-and-go traffic from Orchard traveling up towards Yale, and it slows down again downtown from Mount traveling up to Colfax. Southbound slow south by 70 traveling down towards Spear. Westbound I-70 stop-and-go in the elevated portion. Solid backups on westbound 270 approaching Vasquez as well. Off-highway, Brighton Boulevard remains closed in both directions between 60th and 68th. Police are still investigating that earlier serious crash. Weather forecast. Going to be mostly sunny today with a hot high of 88. Right now, a few clouds above, and we're sitting at 70. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Get your truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
Do not be fooled by these words, ever. We accept liability. Okay, listen, if you're in a car accident and you were injured by the other party, there is one person I'm going to tell you to call, and I can't emphasize this enough. I have used John Fuller twice now, and the first time he got his policy limits of the other driver, and this time the outcome is not quite over yet, but he's fighting his ass off for us. If you're injured in a car accident, I can't stress it enough, John Fuller. That's Fuller Law. Go to personalinjury.com or 303-597-4500. You're going to have to make up for that 5 seconds. I wonder why Larson... Dominic, do you know where our area is yet? I'm dying. We just got a big printer. I need to know what to get rid of. Mike.
Hey, did you get your pretzel warmer?
What'd you say?
Did you get your pretzel warmer?
No, all 3 of them, or 4 of them, went for $135. What's up, brother?
Looking into a talkback issue.
Looking into what?
Talkback issue.
Talkback volume has not been loud enough lately. So.
You have trouble hearing him?
I usually have my phones on.
Yeah, that would make it to where you'd hear
I
it
usually,
pretty well.
right now it's probably down. Yeah, usually.
Until you take your
Seems fine to me.
my free work.
Yeah.
Can you talk over this?
Check, check, check. Testing 3, 2, 1.
1,000. Seating is
Like I
extremely
said,
limited.
I usually make them talk to me through. I
Text
did notice
Text in the next 10 minutes.
over the
You
last,
also reserve a
I don't know, week or so, occasionally this one acts up. Is this the one he talks through?
I'm not sure if it's
It comes through both.
It is both. I've noticed sometimes this one doesn't work, but if it's both, it shouldn't matter.
Now, that mic there wasn't working yesterday.
Yeah, we found out that somebody had bumped the knob.
I said that too.
Yeah.
We have a lot of guests.
I'm working on a
Y'all are
solution
notorious.
for that.
I think he does it on purpose just because he likes to see us.
Got a couple good-looking guys.
So I'm
Would
trying
you go build out
to
our
work
office,
on a
please?
solution to cover him up without it being.
You want me to lay it out for you, where to put the walls?
Now might be the last chance to save thousands in interest. Take AIM, affordable interest mortgage, 720-895-0500. Have you applied for a loan lately? Are you being treated like you're in an assembly line? No one listening? Just talking? Take AIM, affordable interest mortgage, 720-895-0500, where we will listen and find the right loan for you, all without the stress. Take AIM, 720-895-0500. NMLS 298191, regulated by DORA, equal credit lender. Did you screw up? Or maybe not, but you are.
That's got a lot of echo.
Screwing up. Being charged with a DUI can have long-ranging effects. You need it handled right now, the right way. You need Joseph A. Lazaro, criminal defense attorney with an emphasis on DUIs. This is not a time for blind lawyer shopping. Go with someone I know and trust. Joseph A. Lazaro. Always a free initial consultation. 303-429-6200. Sheridan Auto Tech. Good people. And isn't that what you really want in an auto repair shop? So you get what you need when you need it and you get it done right. Kevin Calkin, the owner, is honorable and will never sell you anything you don't need. He has thousands of loyal customers, been in business more than 20 years. 303-455-7242. Or visit him in 2 convenient locations. In Lakewood on Colfax just west of Wadsworth, or in Aurora on Havana just south of 6th Avenue. Sheridan Auto Tech. ExcelRoofing.com. 303-761-6400.
All right, listen. The new inductee to Sleeves Brigade, I got his number up here. This is another one, folks. This guy came from Florida. He was ripping people off there left and right. Now Mike Leonarzik is here in Colorado. We've had calls on him. He's up on sleevesbrigade.com. You can check out his mug shots, his felonies, everything else. But his phone number, just call him up. Tell him we don't want him here. We do not want Mike Leonarzik in Colorado. Go somewhere else. Where should he go, Dan? Like, I don't know, where? Give me an idea.
Mexico.
Mexico. Go to Mexico, Mike, where they're lawless. 720-692-9695. That's Mike I hope I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure I got it. Leonarzik. 720-692-9695. What's the name of his company that he's going by lately? Do you remember, Dano?
Geez, I don't remember.
If I had Sleeves Brigade up, I know. I forget. It doesn't even matter because the guy, he's probably got a new company all the time. And then the other one I just want to mention again is Chris Pitts of Pitts Stop Auto and 4x4. That was interesting. This guy's crazy. This guy promised a month ago to refund this guy $2,000. And guess what? It still hasn't happened. It has not happened. Now he's saying he's not going to refund him after he even told us he was going to refund him $200. And let me tell you, the $200 should have been a hell of a lot more, if I recall. But it seemed fair at the time. The caller was willing to take it, but now the guy says no. So please ask Chris Pitts of Pit Stop Auto and 4x4. My guess is he won't talk to you, though. I'd be curious if you get through. He's usually on a test drive, or he's ordering checks, or he's doing something. Who knows what he's doing? 719-428-4849. By the way, we've got a line open. 303-713-8255. Been ripped off, taken advantage of. Set me at him. 303-713-8255. And please don't forget, 303 Martino works on and off the air. David, what's going on with you?
Hi, I was calling you because I have something that came up. I got something in the mail, and it's kind of odd. It's from the Great Western Oil and Gas Company.
Okay, so like an oil lease?
Yeah, they're looking to lease. Well, they're looking to lease, of all things, the area under my house.
Oh.
And that is of all. I don't have a big piece of land or anything. I'm actually in a subdivision.
Well, I'd like to look at that. That's curious. Maybe they sent them out to everybody in the subdivision. It doesn't matter if it's really under your house. I mean, they go diagonally in, but really you've got to ask some questions like how many wellheads are expected? You know, how many well pads have been approved or have been proposed? How much water will be necessarily? If you're looking at, I would guess they're offering you what, though? What are they, a one-time or a reoccurring amount?
Well, I'm looking at it. I think they're offering me a one-time.
How much? In what area in? Have you asked any of your neighbors if they've received the same thing?
I actually haven't asked any neighbors, and I'm actually in the Hunters Glen subdivision, out in Thornton, and it's not something I would identify as a.
Dan, have you done any? I have not. I know Tom's got a few out there. They seem pretty strange to me because a lot of like what Tom has, sometimes they're worth next to nothing for a while, then all of a sudden they've got a value to them.
Right, as long as they find something underneath.
Yeah, so I mean it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Tom, Martino just walked in.
Yes, sir.
He is asking. David's asking about he lives in a regular subdivision,
right? And
he was offered a gas lease just by mail. And I'm telling him, I mean, you got to ask questions like how many wellheads and stuff.
Well,
but
first of all, if you're in an established subdivision, it's very likely you surrendered those rights to the developer.
Then why would he be receiving this?
Because they do mass mailings.
Just a form mail.
They do mass mailings. However, let's just say...
So when you used to do subdivisions,
right,
you would be in charge of that.
I retain mineral rights to prevent this kind of thing.
Got it.
But let's just say he got a mass mailing and he can make that decision, okay? It's not his problem where they put it, how they do it, how they access it. All he has to negotiate is price. But there are two kinds of rights. There are the mineral rights, then there are surface rights. Surface rights allow you to make a path and put up a well, whereas mineral rights, they can go diagonally or horizontally, and there are many ways to access them. So it's really weird, but for example, they could be several lots away. However, it's very weird when you have a landman, they call them, soliciting residents in a residential subdivision, because there's so much coordination. It very seldom works. But I did have that happen once where it was a residential subdivision. One guy wanted it, the other guys didn't, so it didn't matter. They have to get cooperation of a number of owners because they're going to be going through a number of lots. Are you on the edge of the subdivision?
Or by open space or something?
Are you?
I'm actually kind of. There's a school directly behind me, but they did provide me with a map.
Yes.
The map shows well location and spacing unit plat. Their surface wellheads looks like they're going to be way out by E470.
How many miles away?
Let's see.
Just roughly how the crow flies.
About 4 or 5.
That's incredible. I can't even see that they would.
Can you take a picture of that and send it to us?
Yeah, that's weird. So anyway, what do they say in this letter? I'm curious. What do they say?
Well, they're trying to get us to sign something. It says now on behalf of $45,000 per net mineral acre, 18.75.
Wait. Did you just say 45,000?
Oh no, sorry, 4,500.
Oh, okay.
Per net mineral acre.
Yeah, and he probably owns a very small part.
Yeah, I do. Well, they have it right here.
A net mineral acre is not your land. It's the minerals.
It's very minute.
Here's what I found. Royalties as an individual owner of a piece of land make you nothing. It's basically worthless. I mean, it really is. Unless you had thousands and thousands and thousands of acres, because you're what's called a landowner. Here's what you have. You have a landowner, you have an operator, and then you have a royalty owner. And the royalty owners are those who all chip in and buy thousands of ewes, and then they get an operator to extract it and share the money. But the homeowners or the farmers or the landowners themselves are the least paid in the entire chain. It's the operator and the royalty owners that make most of the money. I would say, you know what, you can entertain it. Listen, if they want to pay you and you're never, ever going to use it, what the hell? I mean, if they want to write you some checks, so long as you're not giving away, you know, ridiculous surface rights, but I think you can't give them away. I don't think they're yours to give away because of covenants and all of that. What kind of subdivision is this?
David?
It's a regular subdivision. It's Hunter's Glen. It's actually a golf.
Like Highlands Ranch.
I can't even imagine that.
Send us that. Send it to help@troubleshooter.com.
And I'd like to see the letter, too. I'd like to see the letter.
Are you going to tell people where you were this morning?
Oh, my God.
Are you going to disclose how the troubleshooter got swindled, possibly?
Well, no, it turned out it wasn't, but they thought when I went online, they said somebody had already accessed it, and I couldn't do it.
Don't say what it is, though. Because it could have been. I was under the impression it was going to be thousands upon thousands someone got. Now, they really didn't swindle it from you if it did happen.
Right. Well, but they did tell me that because I had to come in, because not everything was perfect, I had to come in. And here's what kicked mine out eventually. It was my driver's license has 3 addresses ago. And my mailing address is yet still different than my residence now. Plus, we maintain 2 residents. You know, it's just
it's complicated.
I have a complicated situation, but here's the bottom line. The bottom line is, I went to the Social Security office. They couldn't have been nicer. You know what?
I'm shocked you're back this early.
Motor vehicles are a nightmare.
Yeah, but Social Security's
federal.
federal.
When it came to Medicare, it was a breeze, and when it came to Social Security, and I was just curious. So I wanted to establish an online account. I'm getting to be that age, and I couldn't. So I went there, and they did it for me.
And you thought someone was cashing your checks.
So I get there early, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, I got some coffee. I get there early, and
Tom, we got to go. They're screaming at me.
And I think, look at all those old people. And guess what? They're me.
All right, listen, 303-713-8255. We'll be right back.
This report is sponsored by Credit.
Where is it?
Oh, they're all over, but this one was in Littleton. That's the one they said I should go to because it wouldn't be as crowded.
Backing you up to Orchard on that stretch.
Sounds like my mom had her.
Frank Duran is the only personal done.
Oh, that's fun. You did Frankie, okay. And then, because we're pretty much, I got to do these lights or I'm going to go crazy. Are you on your side? Oh, yeah, I'll sign you out after.
Oh, yeah, sign me out.
After I do this, I will. Let me just do this.
I think I have, I did Centeno.
You did everything that was on there.
K&H should be up on my screen.
I got it. Yeah, it's cool. Then I'll log you up, yes?
Didn't bring up buy and build yet.
Just FYI, your brother called and said he wants to come to town this weekend.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's not fun.
Okay. He wants you to call in, but I didn't want him just to show up.
Well, I don't think he would. I don't think he can. He doesn't have the resources. K&H Home Solutions. They used to be known as K&H Windows in the day, and that's when I knew them in the beginning, and then they sold to Ted. And Ted has owned it for like 30 years. K&H Home Solutions because he expanded. So here's what we say for windows, siding, doors, and more. K&H has what you're looking for, and that includes roofing and gutters and siding and all the rest. Now listen, here's the deal. Right now, if you buy more than 5 windows, you get them installed for $1 each. Trust me, on these specials, if you go and look at their normal prices, you will see you are saving money. These are not okey-doke specials where, you know, they raise one to lower another. This is genuine. You get a great price on your windows, and you get them installed for $1 if you buy 5 or more. Durable, energy efficient, beautiful custom fit, made to K&H specs. Lifetimes of durability with the siding as well. Waterproof, color fast, that's Everlast siding. But for the windows now, 5 or more, you get them installed $1 each. You can make your own appointment at khwindows.com. khwindows.com.
Face to face, and there's nothing like Zoom.
Let me get out of this.
I talked to Tom and I talked to Frank at Denver Plumbing.
I'm going to tell you a safer way to sign up, Mark. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, Tom.
No, later.
I dump everything, Tom. I mean, I dump everything. I probably frustrate the hell out of everybody else.
Yeah, but I want to tell you some easy way you don't have to do that, as I'm saying.
Go ahead.
So yes, commercial, yes, new builds.
Yeah, we're going to let's try to find a niche, Mark.
So is he good
talk
or what?
about it.
Yes. And
no, but we have to find a niche.
The niche is commercial. Plumline and Fix It do not want commercial. Period. End of story. Ask Plumline. He won't do commercial.
That is a niche.
And
That
he
is
said he just...
A niche.
He said he still wants to do
A niche,
general
Jerry.
plumbing, and I said, what that'll do is drive it to your...
On the referral list, you can do whatever.
That's what I said.
But make sure he understands the commercials will be, this is our commercial plumbing guy.
Right.
If you're doing new builds or whatever,
No, we-
buildings.
And that's what I said.
Yes, dear.
Ken Williams
So,
is on. I guess you said someone was
he's
running his
pretty
company
sure he's
yesterday.
gonna start up
He wants to clarify
Whatever
on
he
air
wants to.
that that's not true. He just wants clarification.
Okay, that's fine. No. Is he still on our list?
No, he's not on our list. They are out of business.
Who?
Or not, they're not out of business, but
Who?
you said someone else is running the company.
No, Mark did.
Or marked it, and that is wrong.
What?
I don't care. It's not a big deal.
Ken
Ken Williams, he just wants
Concrete.
to clarify.
I
He
guess
doesn't-
yesterday you guys...
Oh, you know who I'm thinking about? No.
It's okay. Who cares? I'll have him on.
Well, I told him. I said it must have been a misunderstanding. We'll just get it cleared up.
Who was the old guy that retired?
I thought it was him.
They came in
He
and...
is retired. He's never been in for the show. I've never met him.
But he still owns the company?
He still owns the company.
Who?
It's not operating, and no one else is running it.
Who?
So he is out of business.
Sounds like on
You guys said someone else is running it.
Okay.
Oh, I might have said maybe someone else.
Let's just clarify it on air. He's not pissed or anything.
Yeah,
he just wanted
okay.
to
I
straighten it
understand.
out.
He's not out of business, but he's not doing anything. Silly me.
We got it.
Silly me. Who was the old guy that hates the phone?
Emails.
He hates the phone.
Oh.
He just checks them, and when he comes back... at
The
night-
Howard Denton.
Howard Denton is who I was thinking about.
That's who you were thinking about. Exactly. I know now why you said that, right?
Howard Denton. What a great guy, but man, this is Howard. I only check my messages at 5 o'clock.
No email?
No email,
Oh
no
my God,
website.
it was so stupid. But yet he did, and he's not
Please
old-fashioned.
dial 0.
He's not as old-fashioned as you think. He's pretty cool, actually, when you meet him. You know.
I love the guy. I always thought he's a good cuss or a good I don't know, a good guy.
Yes, he is.
Jesus, going through this buy and bill, holy cow, he's got everything there.
I know, man.
CDs, he's got a bunch of CDs.
Like what CDs?
Like, look at
Who's this?
Oh my God, boxes. How much is that?
Are you still on that damn auction?
This is a buy and build one. Why does he have boxes of CDs?
Did he come back?
I'm going to ask him. Why in God's name does he have boxes of CDs?
I can't tell who there's.
There's thousands of them. How much is that lot going for? I mean, $20 for like.
And it's a pallet.
Hey, I bet there's some really good stuff in there, like I don't know.
Who uses CDs?
Red Fox.
They got pallets of wrapping paper.
They got pallets of pallets.
They do, you know. They are selling their pallets.
They've got everything.
They're selling their pallets for real.
I get it. Look at that.
Whoever thinks of pallets? But you want to know? We knew a guy that ran a pallet company.
Pallets of spill kits.
What is it, roller?
Yeah.
I miss that. I would have bid higher on that thing too. I see how roller works though. People, they bid in 50 cent.
Hi,
increments.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I am your troubleshooter. Did you know we have the Sleaze Brigade updated for Mike Leonarchik?
Oh man, I have given that Deadbeats
No.
number out.
So if you go to Sleaze Brigade, you'll see him on there now.
You'll see his mugshots. You'll see his criminal past or part of it.
Now let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. Shelly, welcome to the show. What's going on, Shelly?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, I think. What's happening?
My phone's about to go out.
Oh, let's talk then. Let's talk quickly. What is the problem?
All right. I am in a battered women's shelter.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to start at the very beginning, and I'm going to make this very, very fast.
Shelly, just quickly, when did you get to that? How long have you been in that shelter?
2 weeks.
How long?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And hold on. More importantly, whoever battered you, did you get he or she arrested?
Yes.
Okay. And what is going on now?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I was renting with this fiance of mine in an attic.
Okay.
He's a Hispanic man who basically has no building permit whatsoever. There were 3 outlets in the entire top floor, and all you did was walk on.
Now wait, is this the guy you were living with?
No, this was the landlord.
Okay, but when the perpetrator though was your ex-fiance, right?
Yes.
And he's an addict.
What I'm telling you is the living conditions were so not under.
But Shelley, is he the landlord?
No.
Okay, so are you calling right now? Are you calling right now for help with what?
I'm calling for 2 reasons. I'm calling, one, because the first 2 ribs were broken because I was.
Oh my God.
It's so shoddily built that I fell and broke 2 ribs.
Well, wait a minute. Are you sure you're not just covering? Hold on. You were beaten, though, right? You were hurt by this man.
Yeah.
You're okay, but in addition,
6 of the other ribs were when I was pushed and beaten around inside of the apartment, attic, and then pushed down the stairs.
I get it. So you have 2 problems. One with the guy that hurt you, and number 2, you're saying that the landlord contributed.
The landlord, there's no reason why that should be rented out.
I don't think. Okay, I don't think we're going to get the landlord for your injuries at this point because you were being beaten when you fell. It's not going to be.
No. No.
Okay, Shelley, just hold on. Hold on right now.
Yes,
all right.
Yes,
let's try to help you with your rental problem. The law enforcement helped you with the other one. What I'm telling you is we can't go after the landlord for personal injuries when you were getting the hell beat out of you by someone. All I'm saying is this. I don't want to get involved in that. We will help you with the rental, okay? If you hang on, we will try to figure out if you're due rent or a deposit or if you need to go somewhere else. Just hang on. Pro Auto Care is
just 15 minutes.
She's incoherent.
She's better now than she was.
Tell me what's going on with her in a nutshell.
She's in this. I couldn't get out of her. Her thing was she's in a battered women's shelter. Where is it? It's in Aurora. And she says it's crappy. And then she's got a cat.
But now is she complaining about the shelter or the landlord?
No, she was complaining about the shelter.
Now she's complaining about her previous landlord.
I talked to her 15 and she's all over the place.
And then what about her cat and dog?
So she has a cat, and I think they're.
Is this your sock?
I think they're going to kick her out because of the cat. But there's children running around naked.
Wait. So
they're okay.
So she's complaining
Good
about
point,
everything.
though.
She's complaining about everything.
Yeah.
She's incoherent.
Somebody has Ross's. This is.
That must be. Ross must have put that one back on. I didn't switch out.
Let me tell you, she sounds 10 times better
Tiniest
than you.
print without glasses at 65, and you can too with a clear lens exchange.
What do you
I
think
see
about
nothing on the
this?
schedule for this segment,
They
right?
have done hundreds of thousands.
No live right now, right?
She sounds
Thank you.
horrible.
What about brand new lenses where you'll never get cataracts, you'll never need glasses, they'll never tint or yellow, they'll never wear out, you'll have like bionic eyes, a clear lens exchange.
The Bong Song, baby.
IconEyeCare.com. 866-GOT-ICON. IconEyeCare.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station with Ross Kaminsky.
You know, every airplane in America
KHOW Denver
has to have a special piece of equipment that transmits where it is and how high it is by 2020. And 10 years ago when this came out, nobody thought about it. But do you know how many thousands of small aircraft?
You're acting like the FAA is going to do something.
Oh my God!
If you don't have it, how do they know you don't have it?
Because you're flying.
So where do they cross-reference?
Well, if you're at Centennial,
okay,
and you take off, they don't have your signal. They say, "Where's your ADSB?"
Oh, so they're going to be the police, the control tower.
Well, everyone. I mean, in other words, every.
How about if you're out at Watkins?
Well, if you're out at Watkins, you take off, you're flying around. Nobody, no
one will know.
But somebody, not they. Actually,
I guess what I'm saying is the FAA going to say, if someone does take off and they don't have it, you as a control tower have to deal with
Well,
it?
no, of course, because
Who
they
reports
are,
you?
they are FAA.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, it's just like if you don't have an annual. Well, if you don't have an annual, who finds out? I mean, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, well, I'm sorry.
Okay, so ADA lady's calling in at noon. Tom, the question is, if you've got an outlawed dog like a pit bull in Denver, but it's a service animal, who wins?
We went over that, didn't we? I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm having ADA on.
So
Okay.
Dean called in of the barking dog. I had called the people, and they said that we didn't even know there was a problem.
How about if
Well,
you
are
had
they
a
gonna take
biting,
care of it?
a biting pony?
No, he's got a court date on the 29th.
So anyway, Mark, it's just like
What if you? Well, let me go back.
But
if
it's
you
one-
don't do your annual and you fly, what happens to you?
Oh, you
do
could
they
be in
ground
prison.
you?
Well, yeah, plus imprisonment and a fine.
Okay, so they're going to have teeth of
It's
some sort.
serious shit.
Okay.
But this one's going to be more serious because it's as a result of the. They want to know where every aircraft is at all times.
Which is fucking smart.
Right. So it used to be you had a transponder, you see a bleep, but you don't necessarily know who it is, right?
Or
You
what
have
it is.
You have a bleep. You know how high it is. So you talk to them, and when they tell you who they are, you write in an N number for that bleep. That's how they know you. That's the only way they know you.
Yeah.
Is that they type in an N number for you. And so all the bleeps are identified.
Will you be
because-
able to have a screen in your
plane, yes,
aircraft to show everybody, and
Yep.
it'll show their numbers?
So no more radars necessary because every plane talks to each other and to the tower, so you can look on your screen and everyone is transmitting their position and everybody's receiving.
Do other countries do it? I know they'll have to if
I
they
don't know.
fly here.
I don't know. I think it's worldwide. But anyway, it's called the 2020 mandate.
You know what'll be weird? How about like an old crop duster and shit?
They're going to be fucking out of luck.
There's no waiver?
No, there are waivers well, if you live outside of what's called the veil of busy airports. There might be a small farm in the middle of something that maybe, but very few. I'll bet you most airspace is controlled in some way.
And if you fly anywhere, you're going to hit some of that airspace.
They're going to know, they're going to see you, and they're going to say, who are you? Or they're going to scramble somebody, because if you're not telling people who and where you are, they're assuming you're a terrorist.
Tell me that wouldn't be terrifying. Have a fucking F-22 Raptor fly up next to you.
I'm telling you, man, they're gonna assume something's up. So every single aircraft has to identify itself.
Do you think a military jet can even fly at 150?
Offer ends August 31st.
I think in slow flight they go.
Some of those Harriers could, the ones
Well,
that
yeah,
can
of
go
course.
with,
But they're slow flight. But man,
that's pretty slow.
I mean, you're putting along at 100 knots. They don't know who you are, and they scramble.
You know, truly, if Ken Williams was out of business, why does he care?
I have no idea.
Then you'll know where you stand when the adjuster.
I have no idea.
Can even help you
Yeah, I heard you passed your test.
adjuster if you need to.
Which
and
one?
when you do sign a
No,
contract,
it didn't register anything.
I know, so that's good then.
No.
It said invalid.
invalid.
It said there were 3 blocks. One would be for lines that are fine, nothing. Then lines that are positive, and then the other one is no lines is invalid. It says.
I wonder if they're too old.
I don't know. I soaked in 10 seconds like I was supposed to, and it said invalid.
Well, I did more than 10 seconds. I mean, I left them in there for.
I left him in for 15 to be sure. 1001.
Is that what it says? 10 seconds?
Yeah.
What kids
And then
do?
wait 5 minutes. I waited 5 minutes or longer, but nothing ever showed up.
Kids put a fakie next to them.
I thought it
That
meant
warms up to your body temperature because it's sitting there. So they get a friend to piss for you that's clean, and then put it even in a Visine bottle for that matter, and then they tape it to their thigh, so when they go in, no one's actually looking at their genitals, and it heats up to the proper 98.5.
They go that far.
Fuck yeah, they do.
They have the rate guarantee. If rates go down, they will refinance you.
I would guess if you're on parole or something, they'd probably legitimately look at you.
Cash offer already approved. Not
I'll tell you how I know they went that far. My fucking kid's smoking pot.
867-7000.
he smuggled pig.
Smuggled pig.
Lender regulated by DORA.
Yeah.
What did he put it in?
I think he had it in a little Ziploc bag. He probably had his fool twice. And then I figured it out. You want to know how I figured it out? I found piss under his bed in a container.
Do you know what?
I'll never fucking forget this is a true story. A friend of mine who
Guess where a lot of people from all over the country come to?
what the
They
hell
come to
was
Century RV, and you can too. 2 locations out west of
That's
the
what
city.
happens when marijuana got legal.
His wife had sugar diabetes or something, so he had her pee. Not his wife, his girlfriend pee, because he was going in for the draft.
And they said, hey, you got diabetes. Oh, no shit. Draft dodger.
He wanted to be excluded. So he said, we got bad news for you. You got sugar diabetes and you're pregnant.
That's a Seinfeld one.
The poppy seed.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe, and I mean in the universe. You'll never find anyone fighting for people like we do. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Genesis Total Exteriors. At a time when home improvements are at a high risk, you can depend on Genesis. It's that easy. Now, as if that was enough, we have skill and experience to add to the dependability. Genesis Total Exteriors.com. And he does interiors too, as well as kitchens and baths and basements. Okay, so let's talk about this Mike Leonarchik. He basically is at sleazbrigade.com. If you go look at him, he's one of our latest additions. I'm a little remiss, though. I don't have them all up there. But Leonarchik, it says, from Florida to Colorado, scamming all the way. TGFI! Thank God for the internet. Because there was a time when a guy like this could move unscathed. But we follow him now. Short story, Leonarchik, under the name of Keystones Fence and Deck, swindled 2 homeowners out of around $4,000. He took the money up front with the promise of removing and replacing the old border fence. He only removed part of the fence, then took off, never to be seen from again. Here's the deal. When we called the guy, he said he admitted he did not complete the job and, listen to this, said he simply doesn't care. Man, he just doesn't care. Why should he care? He's already established a track record of swindling, and I have it up on from mugshots.com, his record. Anyway, that's him.
We had another update today.
What's
Before
that?
you came in.
What is that?
Caller called in about a month ago. He had a problem with Pit Stops Auto and 4x4.
Yeah.
We called up. They promised to give this guy his $200 back. They told us they'd give it back.
Oh.
He goes in the next day to pick it up. Guess what they tell him? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of checks. I'm ordering them. A month later.
A lousy $200.
$200. A month later, Chris Pitts, P-I-T-T-S, of Pitts.
Hits the Pitts.
Stop it. He's the Pitts. Now he's saying he's not going to pay it, and Pit Stops Auto.
Okay, we have to put them on the sleeves.
I think so,
Does
too.
he really owe the money?
Oh, yes, he did. In fact, I'd argue he even owes more, but he agreed on the $200, and he's at 719-428-4849.
Suzanne, hunt for a picture of this guy. Do you have the guy's name at Pit Stop?
You can't get a better name for a bad guy, though, huh? I mean, really.
No, the Pitts.
His mother named him perfectly.
But what's amazing to me is that's a cool name, Pit Stop. I mean, if his name is Pitt, I mean, it's kind of a cool name. I mean, why would he trash his name for $200?
He's a moron.
Why does he owe him the money to begin with, though? What is the
shoddy work? He probably owes him a lot more, thousands, but this guy was willing to settle if we could get anything done because the guy just simply doesn't answer.
I am so pissed off at people like this. It's just terrible. You know, people, we will follow and try to get you help as much as we can. Now, Shelley, we will take. But I have some other things. There's an auction ending today. The ending of the auction is actually the most opportunity. I mean, if you bid at the beginning of an auction, fine, but you're going to have so much action in between. But these auctions are unlike any other auctions. They're from Buy and Build. Now, Buy and Build Kitchen and Bath is now at their new location on South Lipan, just south of Alameda. And they're auctioning off all their old stuff from the store, like displays and lighting and everything, and plus some inventory they're no longer going to carry. And you're looking at pennies on the dollar. To find the auction, I want you to go to rollerauction.com, all right? Rollerauction.com. I want you to do that. Then I want you to look for Buy and Build. And what will they find, Courtney, when they do that? What will they find?
They're going to find all sorts of stuff at this sale. We've got full pallets of cabinets, full pallets of sinks. We've got pallet racking, pallet jacks.
So you're doing all pallets, man. So a home improvement contractor, God, could he make a killing?
Absolutely. There's full pallets of cabinets that have like 25 cabinets on the pallet going for $5 a pallet right now.
Oh, my God.
And people have
I
to
wish
know,
I was
too.
building something.
There's patio tables, there's chairs, gazebo stuff, mop buckets, there's cassette tapes, there's everything besides that stuff.
Not cassette.
Or, I'm sorry, CDs. What the hell? How many CDs are in that pallet of CDs, Courtney?
Over 1,000. There's a couple thousand probably.
$20 for
Where did you get
CDs?
Where did you get? Do you know? Where'd you get the CDs first?
Well, my brother is a music collector,
Okay.
so am I, and so we go around to pawn shops and buy CDs.
So,
and put
do you
them on
know you could buy a pallet and make money for the following year on eBay? Do you realize
Absolutely.
that?
How about a pallet of cleaning products?
But a pallet of cabinets you could really clean up, or like you said with the cleaning products, you definitely clean up. Okay, so what do people need to do? Tell them what's happening today.
Well, so today at 1 o'clock p.m. is when the items begin to close. So the first 3 items in the auction will close at 1 o'clock. The next 3 items will close at 1:01, and so on. And if you're the high bidder at the end, you win the item. And if you bid or somebody bids against you with like 30 seconds left, it goes into extended bidding.
It's the best day to be there. It's the best day to be there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There will be a ton of action online today on this, hopefully, and hopefully I don't lose as bad as it's looking right now, but I'm telling you there's some great bargains for people right now.
How about a pallet of tables, lamps, mugs, sports cards, all for $17?
Is there any one item, Courtney?
Solar system up on the roof that we're selling as well.
Courtney, is there any one item that you look at that you're concerned about when you see it?
Well, the vast majority of the sale concerns me right now when I'm looking at it, but we have a kitchen cabinet set in there. It was a return from a customer before they ever built it. So we built it and assembled it and put it in there. There's 2 pantries in this kitchen cabinet set. It's a brownstone in color. It's got soft close, soft close doors, like huge kitchen cabinet set. I think it's sitting at $525 right now. And it's probably worth $5,000. Top high retail price.
At your price, which would mean in a store 10 to 15 or more.
How about a room of glassware?
It's the nicest line we carry. Line. Great opportunity.
Tommy's got a room of glassware and globes for $5. Okay.
That's a good group.
All right, so rollerauction.com. Look for buy and build. Roller auction. And then, of course, if you want to go to buy and build kitchen or bathroom, when they do installations now, I can attest to that. They've done my beautiful cabinets. They are at 560 South Lipan, and that's just west of the intersection there of I-25 and Alameda. So you go west on Alameda to Lipan, then just south 2 blocks to the big orange and blue building, and that's it. So it's 303-295-6022. Now, Ken Williams was mentioned yesterday. He's been on my referral list for many years. He's not there anymore because he was in business. He had Ken Williams Concrete. We were talking about the best concrete in the world. And then Mark happened to mention in passing, well, I think he sold his company. But you're saying you didn't sell it, Ken?
No.
Are you still in business?
No. Semi-retired. I'm still doing a little bit here and there, but no, we're not.
Okay.
We're not in business.
Okay.
Officially.
So you're officially.
But nobody else is running it.
No. So you don't have another company. I mean, excuse me. There's not another Ken Williams Concrete out there doing business.
No.
Okay. And as far as the future, why your son was working with you? Why didn't he go into it?
Well, he's basically become a good estimator, and to run a company and estimate it and everything,
well, if he didn't have the skill set, it's hard, you know, because I know your wife helped you too. So you're just basically lazy. Hey, what you're telling me right now?
What? No.
Are you having?
I'm still working. I'm catching up on honeydews around the house.
Okay,
and,
that's
I
good.
got equipment I'm working on, getting it ready to sell and stuff.
Okay, well, cool. Enjoy retirement. And I guess if I had his money, I'd retire. I would.
Oh.
Ken, I really appreciate all the years.
I wouldn't have been in business.
I really appreciate all the years of all that great concrete and the services. Thank you. Woo! That was. Have we ever had a complaint? Ever?
Not that I know of.
I know, and that's concrete.
You know what? I had him confused with someone that did retire.
Yes.
The concrete pump guy.
Denton, Howard Denton.
Great guy.
Now, AAA, right?
Yeah, and he did sell. He sold to one of his employees that is keeping it the exact same.
I know, he's cool.
He's great.
Yeah, they're good people. We got more coming up.
Chris Pitt's pick.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
There's beautiful.
Hey, he looks different in his.
On the east side of town. Fix it long.
He looks different there.
Blocking one of the lanes still.
Pitts.
Backups that.
Oh, that's Pitts. I'm thinking of
Was
the
Biden
other
built
guy.
on the log at all, anywhere?
I'll put them up. I don't have his
Put Chris Pitts.
Did you mark it?
I think she sent it to you.
can. I mean,
I'll send it to you.
Outside of IQ70, heavy from I-76 traveling.
Chris
up towards
Pitts.
York. It played in like the first.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We spiffed him.
I'd like to put up the other guy that Leonardo's
This is the only kind of show that can do that kind of stuff. Think about it. I mean, we can talk about any one of our clients at any time in content and not be an interruption.
Free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the
Okay,
Credit
7
Karma
seconds
app
away, guys.
now.
Okay, so what do? You got a flickering light, a warm outlet. You got pipes rattling. You got something going on. You're not sure what it is. You hear water running. A toilet won't stop running. For $39, you get someone there to diagnose it quickly, efficiently, and honestly, that's the most important thing, with the best solutions presented to you for $39. Hey, that's all you ever have to pay, but if you want to get it fixed, they waive the $39, and then you'll never get the same work. Now listen to what I'm saying, the same work, the same value, the same parts, the same everything for a better price ever than Fix It 24/7, because you can trust them, and they just go the extra mile. I know that from personal experience. Now they also have the $39 check and spruce. I call it check and spruce. It's check and clean and adjust for your heating, cooling, or your plumbing or electric. $39 for any system. And then that is an incredible deal if you're moving into a house especially. So remember, Fix It 24/7. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939.
Have you heard all the companies out there claiming they can help you with your back taxes? Most are all talk and get no results.
Why is this spot?
It'd be the third time it's played, too. Or second. Maybe third.
If you owe $20,000, $50,000 or more, waiting will cost you more money. Before the IRS starts tapping your bank accounts or garnishing your wages, call Larson Tax Relief.
I'm bummed you didn't get the pretzel ones.
Just like you.
I am too, man. They went for $135. Listen to this. I looked eBay. They were going used for $500.
What was?
No, they were industrial. They're like the ones you'd see in 7-Eleven or something.
Hey, do you want moisture in your home? You want a free humidification system?
Free what?
Free humidification.
I got it.
You like it? You like humidity?
I love my steamer.
I tore mine out. I tore mine out.
No, I got the portable ones because I don't like.
Why do you like? But why do
Oh,
you
my
like
whole
humidity?
house.
Because mine would go down to less than 20%.
Good.
In the winter. In the winter.
People don't. I don't know.
It's
Some people don't like dry.
I can pump 45, 50%.
But why do you want to do it, Mark? Why would you want to do it?
Because I like the humidity. I don't like it dry.
No, you should keep it about 30.
And you know what?
During the summer, I
you
set
can
mine.
ruin
Or
your,
during the
you
winter,
can
I
ruin
set mine at 40.
your doors. Do your doors ever stick when you do that? It can.
$15,000 over the IRS value.
It's just to me.
But dry is not supposed to be good for you either.
Not too dry, obviously, but we never get that dry.
15?
Not for. I don't think it's
I don't
dry
like
enough
those
long
drip
enough.
systems.
I don't think it's dry enough long enough. This was a steam, literally a steam unit.
I love this.
It's called steam, but it's not what you. Here's what it is. It's a unit, and water goes into it, steams, and then is sucked into the ductwork.
I worry mold.
Look it up, because I
worry
wanted to sell it, but nobody will buy it. And shit. Nobody's going to buy this shit. It's called.
Give it to me.
I told you I'd give it to you. I mean, because it's okay. They sell for $1,700.
Now, if you'll install it, I bet you can give it away.
I can install it, not for. I will install for him. It's so easy to install. It's got a saddle that you just okay. After that, you got a drain for excess, and then you have the feed, which goes into your ductwork, and you're done.
Well, I got one. I never hooked it up. I never put it in. Well, they put it in. But it comes from a hot water heater. This one comes from a hot water heater.
What are you talking about? You steam the hot water?
No. When I had my furnace in, they said, okay, we'll give you a free one.
In an automobile
but it goes from hot water heater.
You're wondering, is this
Here's an email. Tell Dan I don't think it's right that people should be fired for smoking pot on their own time. Why is he for this Nazi
John Fuller
kind
is
of
someone you
policy?
should talk to. Free of charge.
You're saying you're a Nazi because you want people fired for marijuana.
A small percentage of what he collects. Why should you be the one to suffer?
Tom said you said it.
That's what I heard.
Tom said you said it.
Denver Star Station, 630 KHOW.
They can do it. They can also stick a stick up their ass.
And they've done it.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. I want to go to this before anything else. Julie has a warning. And I want to know, a con artist warning. What is going on, Julie? And by the way, were you ripped off?
I was not ripped off. I had 3 friends actually ripped off from him.
Julie, who is it? We want to warn people, and I want to know what it's about.
Well, it's Mike Leonardchuk. I actually live in West Palm.
Wait,
I live in West Palm Beach.
You do?
He has ripped people off from Key West to Tampa to Boca Raton.
Oh, my God. So he came out here thinking he's going to get away.
Listen, this guy has ripped off so many people. He shows up. He takes their credit card. He pretends he does work. He used to take credit cards and go gambling with them.
Oh, my God.
And never finish a job, never show back up.
Oh, we're getting complaints from Florida on this guy. And people that ripped him off. This is unbelievable. And that's why he said he doesn't care. He just doesn't care, he said.
He has ripped off probably hundreds of people. Hundreds.
And then he moved states.
Why didn't he go to jail?
There was one bar in South Florida that prosecuted him. He just kept moving around so quickly. He even got up and moved to Pennsylvania for a while.
Is he wanted now in Florida?
He is not wanted now. I mean, he has stolen people's possessions. He has pawned their personal possessions. And for some odd reason, people have not, prosecuted him. One South Florida bar, he was doing work there. He took the credit card. That was the grand larceny charge.
Oh, man. Well, I want to give out his phone number. I'm serious. I think people need to let him know, go away. Go away. Leonardchuk, go away.
When I saw your article yesterday,
yes.
I was thinking last night, I wish I could put this on a billboard.
Well, you can share it. There's a place to share it. And Julie, if you could, just for the future, and just if we need to ever call you, Suzanne, would you get Julie's contact information for the future? I want to warn people. I'm going to add to this Sleaze Brigade article. This guy's bad news, bad news. He's ripped people off all over Florida. That's why he came out here. You see, that's why I started the article by saying TGFI, not TGIF, but TGFI. Thank God for the internet, because now people can't hide. I mean, it goes both ways. Even unfortunately, when somebody's falsely accused or there's a rumor, these internet rumors. But I think in the long run, the internet's a good thing. And this Leonardchuk, how long did you think it would take? He probably thought, well, here's the deal. There isn't a radio show like this in Florida, based there, that would do it. So he figures, if I go to Colorado, I mean, who would ever think, Leonardchuk would never think that there would be some guy on the radio that would mention him, his past, and warn others. So he figured, no one ever thinks about it. I'm going to try his number, Suzanne. Pick it up if he answers. I mean, I want to know. Don't you dial 9? Oh, well, yeah, then you just dial, right? I was told it doesn't have the dial tone anymore. I just want to know why this guy thinks he can get away with this. And I want to know if he's going to finish the fence. You're familiar with the story, right, Suzanne? Yes, of course. Let's just see if this clown answers. And then it's on line 12 there. Be ready there.
Who was the caller? What was her name?
Well,
his.
The original one. Hold on, I'll get it. But just tell him we're calling about complaints. How about that? On taking money and not doing work. On his Keystones is the way he started it. Keystones. Yeah, here it is. Keystones. Let's see. I got so many complaints on him now. We got additional complaints. Brandy was the first one. Leonardchuk. So many people are probably calling him now.
Please leave your message for...
Okay.
Mike L.
Mike L. Mike L. This is Tom Martino, your nemesis. You've moved from Florida, where you ripped off people, to Colorado thinking, what, you're going to get a fresh start of new pigeons? No, we're going to let everyone know what a lying scumbag piece of garbage you are in your business practices. And I'm hoping you don't continue the trend, because we will get law enforcement involved, and with your record, you're going to be behind bars, because we do have criminal prosecution here for violations of the Contractors Trust Act. If you want to talk to me at any time, you call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. You wandered into the wrong backyard, bro. All right. Let's see what happens. Mike Leonarchik. Please leave number. I do want this number bombarded, because I don't want him to do business. How about that? I'm coming out and saying it. So if he hires an attorney, and if you're an attorney listening, I am saying for the public good, I am trying to shut this guy down for the public good based on his track record, and he already started here. 720-692-9695. Let me give you his email. Can we put the email up on our screen? Yeah. His email is Mike James. He's also on Facebook, by the way. Mike James 0469. That's Mike, M-I-K-E, James, Mike James 0469 at gmail.com. All right, folks, you know what to do. I want some emails generated about how we know about them and what we're going to do about it and how we're going to let everyone know. Hit Facebook, hit everywhere with it. Mike James 0469 at gmail.com. We're going to put it up on our Facebook feed and our YouTube feed, which will go out. And, of course, if you're listening to the iHeartRadio app or anywhere else in the country, you're going to know about this. We just had a call from West Palm Beach. She was so happy we discovered him. Here are some of the names he goes by. Michael James Leonarchik, Mike Leonarchik, James Leonarchik, Jim Leonarchik, Mike Jim, and Mike James. All right, Shelley is not there anymore. Did she... I wanted to go back to her. Okay, so thank you, Julie, for the warning. And then the other one is not there. The one who was... But let me explain the problem. And this happens, unfortunately, to people who have so many problems they don't know where to start. Shelley, if you're listening, we want to help you. You're in a battered women's shelter. That's bad enough. But here's the thing now. Because she is so pissed off, and she should be, now she goes back, and now she wants to go after the landlord where she lived with her abusive fiancé because he beat her, but she also sustained injuries as a result of falling, and she said she wouldn't have fallen, but it was the landlord's negligence. And then she's going to complain about the shelter, right?
Yeah, she was saying the shelter won't allow her cat, but yet there's naked children running around.
Yeah. So we have what I call...
Incoherent?
No.
Drug addict?
No, the drug addict was her ex-fiancé. She said, you know, here's the problem, and this is a problem. When someone is truly victimized, they sometimes are not, we don't pay attention to them because they are so victimized in reality that they heap on too much. In other words, they look for victimization everywhere. And if you go somewhere and you complain about everything, people don't listen to you. So she should pick something. And I mean that. As crazy as it sounds to you, if you're a victim of multiple problems, and it does happen, victimization can cascade when you are down and out. For some reason, it's like the universe knows it. And man, you get attacked. You do. People take advantage of you. But you can't complain about everything. You can't. I swear to God, you will not be listened to.
Dan, what was her main complaint when you talked to her on the phone?
That was her main complaint.
The cat?
That the shelter was just crappy.
Well, Joe, welcome. Joe, how can we help you? How can we help you, man?
Well, I'm looking for some clarification. Starting back 2 years ago, and so you understand, my wife is blind. She was diagnosed when she was 26 years old, so she started collecting Social Security disability. But now, going back 2 years ago, I've always done my own taxes, and I used TurboTax, and I had an issue with having to owe money that year, and it didn't make sense to me, so I called them. And I asked them, like, what the deal was. Whenever I would put my wife's Social Security in, I would then have to owe this money. So, long story short...
Well, hold on.
But
Social Security is taxable in most cases.
Well, if you make between $25,000 and $34,000, you pay income tax on 50% of it. If it's more than $35,000, you pay income tax on 85% of it.
You never pay income tax on 100% of it?
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead.
But now, whose income are you referring to? Hers or mine?
Well,
Because she doesn't have any.
If it's individual, between $25,000 and $34,000.
I think it's how you file, Joe.
Okay.
I think if the household income, I think.
Okay. All right.
So, how much is your household income?
Oh, I want to say it was 68.
Which would make that taxable by how much, Mark?
It says file. Is that a joint return or just you filing?
Joint.
No, that'd be joint.
Okay, it says if you and your spouse have combined income, that is between $32,000 and $44,000.
No, it's more than that. So go to the other one.
Well, that's it. That's it. If it's combined more than $44,000,
right,
it's 85%.
Okay,
so you pay taxes on 85% of your income.
So you take 85% of the Social Security income, and then you pay whatever tax rate you're in, tax on it. Does that make more sense to you now?
Yeah, that does make more sense. But here's another question now. Does the state do the same thing?
Well, you pay state based on federal anyway. It's you know, they're going to ask you for lines so and so and so and so, and then you just pay your tax.
All right, gotcha.
Now, Joe, I thought, and I don't know if is this like some kind of urban legend, but was there ever a time when someone who's blind gets a tax break? Why did I think that there was a tax break for blind?
I don't know.
I don't know why, but
that's what I thought too, Tom. I mean, all these years leading up to this point, because after my year with TurboTax, I actually went to a certified CPA, and she didn't even include it.
Well, hold on. I'm not talking about is she on Social Security disability, Mark? That might be different. Is she on SSDI?
SSI.
Supplemental? Are you sure it's not disability? It's not disability.
But she's blind, so it is disability.
Well, no, Joe, it's not automatically disability unless you literally apply and get approved for disability. Is she on SSDI?
Tom, I don't know, honestly.
Find out for us and call us back. Joe, we have some experts that can help. So here's what I want you to find out. Find out the type of benefit she has for sure, okay? And then call Suzanne will give you some contact information. 303-713-8255.
Where? Right here. Look at your email. Spence just sent it. We're going to be on KRFX HD2.
What is it?
103.5 The Fox. You have to have an HD radio, though. It's going to be complicated the more I read this. For those who have HD radios, go to 103.5 The Fox and roll it over to HD2. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know if I have
blindness. If you are legally blind, your standard deductions have increased.
It says that?
Yeah.
So you're saying before, if you were legally blind, you didn't pay income tax?
No, it doesn't say that. It said here. I thought you did. No, you do pay tax, but I thought there was something.
Like a discount,
this says federal tax standard deductions for 2018. If you are blind, you increase it by $1,600.
From Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now.
Why is that?
Credit Karma.
I have no idea. I went directly to the Social Security Administration. That's where my info.
If you use TurboTax, that should have everything in there.
I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. First, I want to tell you about Ideal Home Loans. Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. And what I love about them most, they put all of their promises in writing. That means if you go to them, they'll tell you when they're going to close and how they're going to close and what your rate will be. They'll do one step more. If you are already in an application somewhere else, in the middle of it, it doesn't matter. You're not obligated to stay with that lender. Let's say things are not going as promised, or they're a little longer than you thought, or a little more expensive. Ideal Home Loans will put their name on the line by checking out that loan package. And they'll tell you if you have a good deal or not. And here's the great thing. How can they tell you you have a bad deal if they can't do better? So you never lose on the biggest investment of your life. So Ideal Home Loans, either for a loan or refi right now, or get a second look at your loan package free of charge. 303-867-7000. Yes, second opinions on loans. They are legal and you can get it done. IdealHomeLoans.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's got to be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now, it's your turn. This week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Denver area where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
Do you know what the most common disability in the United States is? If you guessed arthritis, you're correct. Downtown's Healthcare has developed a proprietary regenerative technology coupled with rehab to help your arthritic joints heal naturally. Check them out at downtownshealthcare.com.
Season after season, quality's the reason people trust K&H Home Solutions. Beautiful windows, siding and doors, roofing, gutters and more. Improving homes for over 60 years. With K&H, the difference is clear. K&H Home Solutions.
What if you could buy beautiful new exterior windows and get them installed for free? Hey, this deal from K&H Home Solutions comes close. Buy 5 windows or more, and K&H will install them for just $1 each. This is a spectacular deal from a great company. Book your own in-home appointment now at khwindows.com. Get all your windows installed for just $1 each when you buy 5 or more. Financing available. 303-421-7100 for details. Get an appointment. khwindows.com. And remember, for windows, siding, doors, and more,
Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
khwindows.com. Revitalized Health does BioT and more. Anything to fight age, you get at Revitalized Health. They deliver hormones naturally, whether it's estrogen, testosterone. They also do treatment for your thyroid. Honest to goodness, you will never believe what BioT
Is what you're talking about?
Men and women.
Yeah,
Only
it's
age
interesting.
fighters.
Wait, only certain people can hear HD? It's not, they're not backward compatible?
No, you got to have a radio that does HD. I would assume most cars, newer cars, have it. But look how you have to do it.
What he means by HD is, you know what HD is? It just splits the frequency. What were you saying?
Well, it's just, you're telling them to go to 103.5 and then
to the sub channels.
And then sub it.
361-2302. Or how about this?
I bet it sounds a lot better though, man. KRDO, we sound so much better on KRDO FM.
Instant blood tests and all of the therapy you need.
Who's this guy? Chris Pitts. Oh, good. We have Chris Pitts.
6:30.
Chris Pitts is on?
No, we have his photo.
ExcelRoofing.com. 303-761.
I've been putting, what's his name?
His photo.
Mike Leonarzik up.
Leonardo.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. We have lines open if you want to get through. We have Stacy who paid off a debt and went back into collection. This happens. There are a number of ways this happens. First, let's ask her how it happened to her. And then I want to warn people about paying debts where this can happen. Okay, Stacy, what's happening?
Hi.
What's going on?
I think back in 2015, I paid a Sprint bill that I had in collections, and I paid like $523, if I recall from the calculations of it. And then the company sent a letter to Sprint saying the debt was paid off, and then Sprint pulled the account and put it back into collections again.
Why?
But
why?
They're asking me. I have no idea why.
So a debt
now
came
they
back.
want more money. Yeah, and now I have to pay the debt again, and I already paid twice the amount.
Yeah, but okay, but they have to prove you don't just get to pay. You can show your records where you paid it, right?
I tried doing that through Lexington Law, and they didn't.
No, they won't listen to you. They don't listen to you. Let me put it to you this way, Stacy. Let's say you owed something and you paid it, and you have proof of payment. When they take you to court, you take the proof of payment with you. It's that easy. You can't do it until they take you to court because they won't, unless they just listen to you. But let me explain a few dangers. There are circumstances where you think you paid. Here are some of them. First, a false settlement. They say you pay this and it goes away. Now, a false settlement, where they don't give you something in writing that you can prove. The second thing you have after a false settlement is you have paying an unauthorized person. In other words, somebody knows about your debt, or somebody who has a friend and they work for a collection agency and they tell their friend, hey, we can get more money from this person. So here's what happens. They might contact you and say, oh, you know that $4,000 bill, we'll settle for $400. And you pay the wrong person. And if you pay the wrong party, you think it's paid, but then the legit party comes back and collects from you. So I don't know what's happening in your case. It could be that the first bill you paid was not real. It could have been a total phony. Or it could be that you paid a bill and you had more than one bill. I don't know the circumstances. But all I know is this. Unless they take you to court, they can't take a dime from you. So what difference does it make?
Is it on your credit report?
Yeah, it's on my credit
That's
report.
what difference it's making to her.
Yeah,
but hold on.
If
it's how do you know it's the same bill?
I sent a letter in to challenge it, and they sent me all the information back saying one paper says the debt is still valid to collect on, and then another paper says that the debt's been paid.
Okay. You mean paperwork that they sent you?
Yeah, that the Convergent outsourced to sent me, saying the debt was still. I still had to pay the debt, and then and in the same paperwork it says the debt's been paid.
Well, then why don't you just use that and get it off your credit report?
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Well, you call them and you get it removed, or you write them and get it removed, or you have and if they don't, you have an attorney write a letter threatening slander of credit lawsuit. It will happen, or you actually sue them, and you can sue them in small claims court. And you make their asses answer to it. But the people that say you owe it, I'd go to them first. I'd go to the credit agency too. They're responsible. But look, you have proof of payment. If they don't remove it from your credit report, you tell them you're suing for slander of credit.
Okay.
And then I would personally sue for the maximum amount in small claims court. And we can walk you through those steps. I really would. I'm not just telling you this. This really works. I heard Mark talking the other day saying, folks, when we tell you to do this, there is a reason we tell you to do this. Because in some cases, it really gets their attention. It does. Because they can't ignore it. Or you get a judgment. But aren't there cases, if they don't have representation, they can't be sued? In other words, I don't mean an attorney. I mean they don't have a local contact. Do they have to have a presence?
Well, for example, Sprint has retail stores owned and operated by Sprint. So that's who you would sue here in small claims. I would probably do breach of contract, and that would be it. You know, she did have a contract saying, your phone will give you this, this, and this service for X amount per month.
And I paid.
And I paid. So they breached the contract.
By trying to get more.
That's right. But what most of the big ones, and Sprint I happen to have dealt with before, but they're not going to want to spend $3 or $4 grand on an attorney.
They won't.
When all they have to do is erase some information.
Right.
It cost them nothing.
Right. Now, John.
Yeah.
I want to take your phone call about this scam because it's really important. If you could please hold on. I want to talk about this scam. And Suzanne, check his phone connection. It sounded like it was going in and out.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
I gotta look at something. Where's listen?
Am I the only ones that get these online questions from listeners, the website questions?
You gotta send me one. I get questions constantly. It could be a different set of questions.
Like, I'm just wondering, the ones that come from Tim, it says questions from listeners.
Send me one so I can look at it.
Does he send them to help?
Just forward
I will.
it to me.
You did forward that one over the weekend. I tried calling him.
Here's a watch line.
Truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
Let's talk about getting your car fixed the right way when you have hail dents. Why would you ever disturb the paint and diminish the value? At Flexident of Colorado.com, they don't even file the insurance thing, or excuse me, they don't file with any kind of Carfax or any kind of data service. They simply do the repair. Listen, here's the deal. They put it like new because there is no paint disturbed. If you don't have paint disturbed, go to Flexident. If you're not sure, go to Flexident. They'll tell you. They'll tell you if they can do it or not, or they can take care of the ones that are without paint damage, and then you can go to someone else for the others, or they can arrange that. Here's the bottom line: Flexident for all hail repair and dings. Flexident of Colorado.com.
Ever wonder why Europeans speak so many languages? Maybe it's because they use Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app.
419.
Babbel's award-winning technology gets you speaking right away. Whether you're learning Spanish,
And he's talking, I called it 11:20.
you'll remember what you learned. I always
Well,
thought I was bad at languages, but after using Babbel, I can tell you I was just taught the wrong way. Using Babbel's 10 to 15-minute lessons, you can be
I'll get this Leon Arzek. Maybe we should set up a little sting thing.
Leon Arzek.
Call him and say about doing a fence.
The guy's a thief.
It's not a bad idea.
Frank Town?
Babbel is the #1 selling.
We'll do it at my house. Why not?
Try it for yourself and see why Babbel is the quick way to get conversation.
Good idea, Dano.
French or more.
You need a fence, Tom?
Go to babbel.com.
No, he called it 11:20. So 11:20 would be what into the show, roughly?
Try it for free.
You make a million tough business decisions every day. So here's the easiest one of the year. Dell's Black Friday in July is back and bigger than ever. Get no-brainer deals on the very latest computers. Why is water coming out? Selection of servers, electronics, and more. All with free shipping on everything. To make your decision even easier, Dell's Small Business Technology Advisors can help you find just the right tech. Call 877-BUY-DELL. It's an easy call to make. 877-BUY-DELL. Or visit Dell.com/small-business.
Where's that? What's that one?
I'm trying to find our original Pitts auto call where they promised to pay the $200.
Did he say the day?
Yeah, he sent me the info.
What day does he say? April 19th. Holy shit, April 19th? I thought he said a month ago.
No, it's April 19th.
I'm not hearing it, though.
Actually, April 19th. You're not hearing it?
Who was the caller again?
Rob. And it's very cool play on words. It's Pitt's Top Automotive. Pitt's capital T.
That is really
It's very cool play on words.
Yep, he called towards the end of the...
Here it is. Hold on. Oh, wait.
You did Frankie today.
I'm almost sure this is it. I remember this call 100% now.
performing more than 250,000 LASIK procedures in Colorado with the top surgeons around. I'm getting the word out about Denver's LASIK Center of Excellence. See the world in a whole new light. Toss your glasses and contacts away. Call Icon today for your free LASIK consultation at 866-GOTS-ICON or visit IconEyeCare.com.
If you missed rates being this low before, now might be your time. Lower rates may help you to qualify for your new home or lower your payments and eliminate mortgage insurance. Take aim. Affordable interest mortgage. 720-895-0500.
So I have Duran, did Duran,
And many of our clients are taking advantage of lower rates. Most
Genesis,
save hundreds a month all without extending their term.
which I did. Trenner, I'm going to do. And we have one more.
With your equity increasing and rates lowering, now might be the last chance to save thousands in interest. Take Affordable Interest Mortgage. 720-895-0500. Have you applied for a loan lately? Are you being treated like you're in an assembly line? No one listening? Just talk.
And approval.
Affordable Interest Mortgage. 720-895-0500. We'll leave you to listen and find the right loan for you. Without the stress. Take 720-895-0500. MLS 298-191, regulated by DORA, equal credit.
When you look around your house, you see those window wells? A lot of you have those old broken down window wells with that corrugated steel that has been rotting away. Or you just want to put in a new one because you need to use this.
Somebody said that Leonardo says, man, he looks like a criminal.
Isn't it funny? Some people that they literally look like a criminal.
Of course, this is his mugshot.
And it says what he did criminally right under it. Good point, Yano. Good point, actually. If I took a mugshot of you and put criminal under it.
Sentry RV. Are you looking for an RV? Sentry. That is in the 100 mark. Century. They're in Lakewood, just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims, and up north on the 119 highway turnoff to Longmont. So it's on I-25 there, with the 119 turnoff. You'll find great deals. 303-453-1111. CentryRV.com. New and used.
You know what a listener sent us?
What?
Sent me a video last night. I put it up on our Facebook, which, by the way, you go to facebook.com/referral list. After a hailstorm in Westminster, an airplane flew over, pulling a banner that says hail damage in an 800 number.
Are you kidding me?
The door knockers are now fly-by-nights. It's insane.
And wow, fly-by-nights. I like that, or fly-by-afternoons. Okay, so that's right during a hailstorm. It's smart. John, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Good. Let's hear about this scam.
Oh, I get the wonderful phone call the other day saying that the feds are after me because there's suspicious activity on my Social Security card.
Oh, my God. When I was just at Social Security today, they said they're getting so many complaints and calls about this, and they say we will never call you, period, never. So, that tells you right there. You can call them, but they will never call you. So, it's a call. What did they say about your socials? In danger?
Oh, yeah, they said there's suspicious activity on it, and if I don't call them and speak with them, and they want my Social Security number so they can verify and expedite the process, that if I don't call them back, that they're going to send the feds out to arrest me.
Oh, my goodness. Now, did you try calling them back? Did you try calling them back? You didn't?
No, I just...
But you do... Did they give you... Did they give you a number to call back?
Yeah. I did get a number left on my voicemail, and I did leave that.
Should we try it? A lot of times, I'm going to try it if you hang on. A lot of times when we're calling now lately, I don't know, our number might be flagged or something. We'll try it. Did they leave you a name?
Nope. They just said to call and...
Okay. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens, man. Did he hang up? Doggone it. Did he? Oh, you're on, right?
Nope.
Okay. Why do we get a fast busy if it's a legit call?
No idea.
No, that should have. We'll keep trying though. But thank you, John. Now here's the deal. I don't suggest anyone you know, mess with them at all. Obviously, they're never going to call you. The IRS is never going to call you. Why do people fall for this? But you have to believe they fall for it, because otherwise they wouldn't keep doing it.
We had a listener in Colorado Springs that called one of the numbers back on purpose just to mess with them. And you know what they did? They turned around. They did a spoofed phone call to the cops and said, hey, I'm so-and-so, someone's beating me up here. And SWAT shows up and almost killed them.
Yeah. They are vicious people, these people that do this stuff.
What do you envision when you hear these guys? Do you envision
a call room?
Yeah, like a basement. With
I envision like some cheap-ass room they rented, not here in the country necessarily.
You don't
but
picture like one guy sitting around in his basement watching porn?
Oh, no. I envision
a call center.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe not so sophisticated, but like they have some call sheets. They know who they're calling, because you can hear voices in the background. So they're probably at some kind of call center or cheap, like I said, one of these cheap offices where, you know, the furniture looks, you know what I'm saying? It looks like they rented the furniture, or like it's about to fall apart, and it's got the dirty carpets, and you know what I mean? And then
scummy.
And the curtains are always mishung or hanging off, you know. And then they have people sitting around talking and trying to generate money.
Sounds like a timeshare.
It's terrible. Yeah, that's right. Water stains on the ceilings, dirty drywall. Here's the thing. If any of you have any kind of phone numbers for us where they've left a phone number, call us, because we would like to call them back. I'm just going to try this one more time. Okay, so now when you dial 9, you don't get anything. But they say you'd still do the... Yeah, but this doesn't seem to be working. If you get a fast busy. Oh, let's see what happens. Maybe. Anyway, folks, we want to call scammers. And we also want to call this guy and let him know that we know about him on the Sleaze Brigade. And you know who that is? That is the guy, he's Michael Leonarchik. But he's not the only one on the Sleaze Brigade. We have a lot of people. And then we have new people that will be going up on the Sleaze Brigade. But if you go to sleazebrigade.com, you'll find out a lot. And then you can share those articles.
And before Colorado Springs drops off, let's not forget about Chris Pitts of Pit Stops Auto 4x4.
Now, let's talk. I think his creativity is wonderful.
I don't.
I mean, call it the Pitts Top, T-O-P. So it's like Pitts Top
How about
Auto.
just the Pitts?
But he does suck. What's his number, people?
719-428-4849. Ask where the $200 is.
Eric, please hang on. I want to do this IRS scammer. If you have a number, we want to go after the scammers, plus take your problems, questions, and complaints. You can get right through right now at 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255.
I think the reason I usually get these from Tim, I see why it just went to you, though, because I think Tim thought you were literally talking about your brother or brothers.
Really? Okay.
That's what I think. But yes, I usually get those.
Okay, I got to look at that with another.
It came in. They just want to know about the hormone bros.
Ah. Okay, send it to him. Good.
I will. I'm just going to call the guy real quick. But I'm checking on referral lists because I have no idea why they're not showing up.
on a phone number.
Oh shit.
It's just two different bad guys. The one I didn't hear about from yesterday that we were given the phone number.
So tell me what we're giving out right now.
The contractor fence guy.
Yeah.
I think I accidentally gave you Pit Stop's number.
Wait, Leonarchik, his number is not the right one? Leonarchik's number, I have the wrong one?
I think I accidentally gave you Pit Stop.
Pit Stop.
No, when you called and left Michael a voicemail on the air, I think I gave you Pit Stop's number.
Can you
instead.
let me know, please? I'm going to tell the one I have here, and I want you to tell me. The one that I have here on the article itself. So here.
I have your article pulled up.
Pit Stop for sure, 100%, is 719-428-4849.
I think, I'm not sure.
No, that's not this one.
No,
that is Pit Stop.
I have 720.
I understand they're different numbers. I'm saying they're both right numbers. I gave you the wrong person for the wrong bad guy's number for that guy.
Yeah, but we have them right, so regardless of what.
But I think when Tom called and left a voicemail for
Okay.
Michael, I put that phone number up.
Yeah, you're saying I didn't use the correct number.
I don't know if you did.
What
I
do
know
you
I
have-
put
what
the
number
wrong
did
number
you
up.
I
call?
think I took it from my article.
Well, no,
good.
it had to be the right one because the guy said this is
Mike.
Chris
Good.
L.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you said put his number on the screen.
He said it's Mike L.
Or Mike L.
Good.
So this,
okay.
so give me the other one. I'll call him too.
Tom.
719.
Marky has
I
that.
thought you were wrong,
And
but you were
Mark,
actually
what
right.
is it? 719.
As usual.
4849.
And
usual.
tell me again the offense. Tell me what happened with him because you took this call, right?
No, we both did. I just listened to it. I know. I remember
Well, I don't
it perfectly.
remember. Tell me about
Guy
it.
brings his Jeep in
Okay.
there. They charge it. It's an older Jeep, like a 69 or something. Yeah. So it was 13. He's in it for $1,300. They cannot get it to run. He brings it to another shop because they give up. They get it to run in 1 hour. 1 hour, and they charge him like $400.
And then they agreed at a $200.
Then I called literally during the show. I come back and go, these guys agreed to split the bitch.
Okay.
$200. That's a saying. Split the bitch.
Never heard of that.
I haven't either. I don't know
I
where it
think you
came
made
from.
it up. I like it though.
It's all me.
This guy's a scumbag, who's Epstein, isn't he?
Oh man.
Yeah, can you believe all the people from Florida calling? I mean, he must have fucked over a shitload of people.
Oh no, Epstein. He's talking about.
Oh.
The young girl.
Now listen to this.
fucking
They're
me and
looking
Mark
for
are
any
best.
fucking connection, like the Department of Labor was a prosecutor and cut him a sweetheart deal, but they leave fucking Clinton just sailing free.
You know, well, they're looking at that shit, but
No, they're not.
Ross is usually pretty good at this shit.
What did he say?
He thinks.
Is this yours, Mark, over here?
He thinks
Leave yours
Epstein.
over there.
Yes, I did. He says Epstein got a sweetheart fucking deal back then, and if
From the
it was
guy.
if it was pretty much anybody else,
Okay. What about Clinton? What did Clinton do for him? Anything?
that I don't know.
He flew around his plane like 20
Oh no,
times.
Clinton went to Sex Island with him one time, or it was dubbed Sex Island.
He said he did. Bill said he did.
Oh, I thought I remember that from years ago.
No, I thought I did too, but he came out lately saying I've never been to any of the places.
In-store and online.
Because his people put it out.
Sex Island.
Like our 5-star
Me and Mark had a bet for a beer, but I think Clinton's involved in this.
Yeah, like they're gonna put something on Clinton with him. Like Clinton happened to be there.
All you need to
Clinton
do is
was
get one
not
of the little girls.
Clinton was not banging under 18. He
I don't
might have
think
been
he's that
banging
bad.
anything else. he
I don't
wanted.
think he's bad.
He's not stupid either.
I don't think he's like perverse.
Well, there's 4 women that said he raped them.
Yeah,
Raped her
Yeah, that's
before he become.
I know.
that's a lot different.
Do you
though,
think
man.
that those are true, or do you think they're like? What was that woman that said?
I think they were
the judge.
He paid
You
him
know the
off.
judge
I
from
think they were
Colorado.
like that.
He paid him off.
Remember the judge from Colorado here that was accused of raping that one woman who says she has PTSD?
Oh, you're not in Colorado. You're talking about the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but he's a Colorado judge. He was. He's from Colorado.
No, I don't think he was. We're talking about the same guy, though.
He was Colorado. He lives here, and he's a Supreme Court justice.
That guy didn't get it. That guy
Not
was the first
Gingrich.
one.
Not Gingrich. What the fuck's his name?
Super 8. A great hotel by
He
Wyndham
was
is
confirmed.
closer than you
Right.
think.
Yeah.
Find
And
one
he's
near
from
you.
Colorado.
And the woman came forward. Maybe he was from Colorado.
The first one that
Stephanie, okay, she interviewed him first.
That might have been Trump's first nominee. He didn't have the sex thing. Trump has put 2 judges on.
The judge on right now that went through the
Kavanaugh.
sex thing, Kavanaugh.
I don't think he was from Colorado. Well, if Stephanie interviewed
Oh wait,
him.
no. I don't remember.
You're thinking of the
It's from
Gorsuch.
You're
That's
right.
why I kept saying.
But wait, where's Kavanaugh from?
he's from out east.
You're right.
No, remember he was from some rich town, like in Maine or something.
Right, Kavanaugh is.
So you control yours with.
Wait. So was Gorsuch right before him?
Yes.
No. Yes.
He was the one
All right,
that
all
they
right.
didn't allow.
What's his name? Brett.
Obama to
Is his
appoint.
name Brett?
Until after the
Brett
election.
Kavanaugh is the
With a
second.
K, right?
You know what's ironic? And the reason
Okay, I have him. I
they
was
could have
picturing
changed
the wrong
it.
guy. Okay.
They could have possibly got him through, but they were so sure Hillary.
You're
was
right.
gonna
He's from.
fucking
Hold on.
win.
Where's he from?
It wasn't worth the fight.
That's right.
Fucking loser.
So Kavanaugh was the one that they accused
Was
him
that
of shit,
Ford?
and it
that
was
Ford
unfair,
lady.
wasn't it?
Oh, that Ford lady, she lied. There's no
Oh,
doubt
she
she
was
lied.
horrible.
That's what I remember when she was testifying. Oh, it was so terrible. And even if you believed every word she said, it still was like stupid. I mean,
and not one other person, including her best friend,
right,
remembered anything.
And
that was even at that party.
And she said from then on she had a fear of flying. She flew
a fear of doors, a fear of closed spaces.
And then also she needed multiple doors in the house and stuff.
And she wasn't the most attractive woman out there
God.
either.
Age, she's 52 years old.
She looks like
fugly.
80.
She is fugly.
See, I don't judge.
I judge.
Wait, look in July they had a rally still against him, saying he's not fit. They have never.
Yeah, I know, of course.
They've never looked into the charges against him.
Done in
they sure years. Oh, really?
They spent. The FBI fucking looked into the charges.
Yeah, you're right.
If you're looking for a cosmetic solution that will also improve your
health.
man,
she looks horrible.
It's so funny. They'll go through any lengths on that side of the fucking aisle. Any lengths to fuck people over, even if it fucks with their lives forever.
Yeah.
With new orthodontics.
Actually, he's a pretty good guy, Kevin.
100 303
so is Gorsuch.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
This is fun. Badass Amy McGrath, a progressive Democrat, lost her midterm congressional race by a whisker. She's a former Marine fighter pilot, the first woman pilot in combat with a master's from Johns Hopkins.
She's badass.
A mother of three, married to a Republican, and she's running again.
She's badass. I like that. Oh, wow. That's a hell of a good resume.
Hi, I'm Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. We got to get the show on the road. We have so many people waiting to get on the air. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Oh, yeah, we got a lot going on. So let's get to it, okay? If you're just tuning in, I'm glad. We have been on the air almost 40 years in Denver, more than 40 years if you count everything I've been doing. And we solve problems. We answer questions. We take complaints. And we investigate. We actually solve problems. I don't call myself the problem solver. I call myself a troubleshooter because we actually solve problems. And we have recovered hundreds of millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services.
Now, wait a second, though.
Yes.
Problem solvers. Remember the lady with Bentley baths?
Yeah.
They went out, and they got her a shower at a hotel room one night.
Yeah, they did.
So they did solve a problem.
That she needed a shower.
But we got her what?
A $20,000 refund and
That's
a
right.
new tub.
That's right.
But, okay.
So you can't say they didn't do anything.
I'm sorry, Mark. I was unfair to High School Journalism Day. But here's the deal. The bottom line is we love doing what we do. Let's get to the phones. Ready? Okay. This Rocky Mountain ADA person we have, Dana, we talk to quite a bit. She helps us out understanding what the laws are regarding people who are with disabilities. And Americans with Disabilities Act, they kind of help us interpret that. And this is actually called the Rocky Mountain ADA Center. And Suzanne, you thought it would be good to have somebody on because we had an apparent conflict where we had a neighbor who had some pit bulls who are supposedly service dogs. And therefore, even though the pit bulls are outlawed, according to this...
In Aurora.
According to this neighbor, they're not doing anything because he's pulling a scam. And that's really what it comes down to. Whether or not the service dog part trumps the illegal part. So if you have a pit bull, and pit bulls are illegal, but you claim it's a service dog, Dana, what do you think would happen under the ADA? Would it trump the local law outlawing a pit bull?
Yes, it does. So there's no restrictions on the
What a
breed of
loophole.
service animal.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it would have to, now let's say, and Dana, of course, is not passing judgment. She's going to tell us what a service dog is. So if we wanted to challenge that, not we, if Aurora or Denver said, wait a minute, show us it's a service dog, are they allowed to ask that?
You can only ask two questions. You can ask if the animal is required because of a disability and what task it has been trained to perform.
Can you make it show the task?
This one's trained to bark.
But you don't even have to prove it. They just ask about the task.
Yeah, I mean, some service animals are trained to like detect low blood sugar. So how are they going to show you that if they don't have low blood sugar? So that's the reason that it's not like a show and tell, right? So it's those 2 questions, and you have to have credible verbal assurance from the handler. But you also have to, as a handler, make sure your dog's behaving.
But no certificate or anything like that?
No,
Would the same thing go for, I know you know a lot about this, but if they just claimed it was an emotional support?
No, that's different, right, Dana?
But would that override it? It's totally different, but would it override it?
Yeah. Well, then it wouldn't have the same rights as a service animal under the ADA. So, yeah, I think the breed outlying in Denver or surrounding areas would stand.
So here's the point. When it comes to animals, you have emotional support, and then you have, it's a support animal, and then you have a service animal. 2 different things. That's why you don't see a lot of service chickens and service llamas, because they have to do a task. And I don't know anything a chicken does. But here's the point. If you have a support animal, it can be almost anything. Now, here's the deal, though, Dana, which is amazing to me. Airlines, I think, could get away with banning support animals, but they allow them. They give them the same rights as service animals.
Some have changed.
Yeah. And that's under the FAA, and the ADA does not apply under the FAA.
It doesn't?
No, they have their own set of laws.
Really?
So, like in an airport, that's a place of public accommodation, or maybe a Title II owned by the state or local government. And so when you're in the airport, it's ADA. But the moment you go down that jet bridge and you get onto an airplane, that's the FAA and the law changes.
And then is HUD totally different? Totally different.
Totally different, yeah.
How does it work with HUD when it comes to animals?
I don't have all of the standards on that off the top of my head, but they're more lenient, kind of same as FAA. They're not as stringent as the ADA.
What are the 2 kinds of service animals that qualify, Thomas?
What are you talking about?
There's only 2.
Oh, there are.
Yep, a dog.
I was waiting for you to ask.
Oh, hold on. See, Mark, favorite. I actually didn't realize that, but if they have to do a task, would it matter?
Yes, there's only 2 kinds. A
dog. Okay, man's best friend. What else?
Come on. It's so easy.
Not a horse.
A horse.
No.
Yeah, a miniature horse, guys.
But what can a miniature horse do? I can't even think of anything that they would do as a service.
Maybe you can ride them around.
I don't know, but anyway.
They offer better stability.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Someone who might have an allergy to a dog, they live longer, so the cost of training.
That's a good point.
There's reasons for a miniature horse.
Is this one of the biggest things your center is called on to talk about, or what is the number? Is that the number 1 issue? Animals?
No, the number 1 issue is facility access. So how do I get into a building? How does a restroom need to be set up to be in compliance?
Well, how can I be a developer and build townhomes and not have them wheelchair accessible? How is that possible? I mean, if I come to them as a wheelchair-bound customer, are they obligated to make reasonable accommodations?
Well, that's going to fall under fair housing if it's a townhome.
And that's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, would they be obligated to make fair, necessary, or let's say what they call reasonable accommodations?
Under fair housing?
Yeah.
There are some things that they have to do, but the ADA deals more with like public access. So
like when I redid that warehouse into a Goodyear, they made me put in a water fountain, they made me put in railing, they made me become 100% ADA compliant.
Because you're upgrading, right?
Well, because I was changing zoning more than anything.
Okay, so Dana, give me an idea of public access that would be a problem that you might have handled in the past.
Well, restrooms in restaurants are a big deal, right? So do they have enough space for a wheelchair?
I can think of a million of them that don't.
I can too.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we always appreciate you coming on, and people can go right to your website to find out more. RockyMountainADA.org.
One more question for her. If you know a restaurant is supposed to have something, do you give them a warning and then turn around they actually get a ticket? When do the teeth bite?
Sure. I mean, I think it's always important to talk to the owner first, but complaints are filed and enforced through the Department of Justice.
Okay. Well, thank you very, very much. We always appreciate the information. Yes, RockyMountainADA.org. Yes.
Does Dean want to ask a question to her?
Oh, hold on. Let's see if he has it. Dean was the one with the pit bull barking. Dean, did you have a question? Did you have a question we should ask Dana about this?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. We'll bring her up again. Okay, Dana, the Dean is on, and his neighbor is the one raising these service pit bulls.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dean.
Dana?
Oh, by the way, hold on. I have a quick question. Is raising them for someone else, breeding them, that's different than using them? Would that person be protected if they're raising them?
In the state of Colorado, a service animal in training has the same rights as a service animal under the ADA.
Oh, man, she's got the answers. Okay, go ahead, Dean.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dean.
Are you familiar with CRS 1813-107?
Can you tell us what that is? Because we don't like numbers.
Okay, it's intentional misrepresentation of a service animal.
Well, sure. Oh, but how do you know it's intentional if you're not allowed to test them? Like, okay, let me see that thing dance. You can't.
Yeah, it's a really imperfect law. And I am familiar, with the fines that can be imposed. And so the question would be, are those animals being trained to perform a task? And are they being trained individually to perform a task that mitigates the disability of the handler?
Hey, Dean, do you, speaking of misrepresentation, what do you think? What does the law say to you?
Well, Aurora requires the dogs to have licenses. A pit bull cannot be in Aurora. The only way this thing can be in Aurora is for it to have a service animal certificate.
Right.
So
there's no such thing as a service animal certificate.
Or just being trained.
That's good to know, Dean. No such thing as a certificate.
This thing's a graduate from Roscoe's K9 to
Yeah,
E9.
but that's a self-certificating.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how phony this is.
Yeah.
But there's no certification. A person can train their dog on their own, or they can send it out, or they can purchase one after it's been trained. There's no, under the ADA, there's no national certifying agency. And so I know the law gets really blurry, and it's gray, and it's muddy, and it's not great. But
is a service animal
breed
supposed to bark all the time?
Is that what it's being trained to do? Is it being trained to bark in order to alert someone to a seizure? So I don't know.
Yeah, see, they can make...
The thing lives in the double-car garage.
And I know what you're saying. Dean, your irony does not escape us, but we really do understand what you're saying. It's a big phony baloney thing, you think. Let's look into
Aurora
it.
Doesn't get it.
Well, let's see if it is. I don't know if it is or not, but we certainly listen. Maybe you should talk to Dana off the air.
Thanks, Dana.
It's the Rocky Mountain ADA Center. It's RockyMountainADA.org. It's really serious stuff. I mean, it's a great privilege. Think about people. Think about people who can't use their hands and fingers, a paraplegic who needs a dog to turn on a light or to do something, how wonderful it is. Then think about the cheaters. It sucks because we don't want to make it so difficult to apply and get one. But at the same time, it always rubs us the wrong way when we have the cheaters, right? So hold on. We'll come right back. We got a lot going on, okay? I mean, a lot going on. Like Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank He wants to tell us about what he considers important with his clients. Go ahead, Frank.
Tom, no gimmicks, no shortcuts, just results. We just took another property, and because we knew how to use time positioning in the negotiation, we had a strategy in place. We ended up netting this client an extra $10,000 that they wouldn't have had they jumped too quick. So I'm with you every step of the way. When we list the property, I personally negotiate that listing.
I know, and I've experienced it. Everyone has in this office. And Frank, when I tell you that I think you work too hard, I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I mean, I don't even know how you do it with all these people and how you do it. I know I do know how. You got that team where you break up duties, and man, do they keep you straight. That's great. Frank Duran. So when you get Frank, you get the team. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. So listen, Ken, you have a comment on the IRS. John, your wife got a text message for this Social Security scam. We really want to hear about that and more coming up.
This report is sponsored
by Credit Karma.
Continues across town, got a wreck in the tech center, northbound I-25 at Bellevue, blocking the left lane, backing you up to Arapahoe.
Yeah, that service animal. Now I see. Someone you just got to ask for what the task can do.
Doesn't it suck?
You can say it smells that my blood sugar goes low, and you might not even be disabled.
And you don't have to even show it.
Right.
You know, for government shit, it's one of the.
It's tough.
Here's why. All of the you know, all the morons we were watching grow up when we were just getting old enough to care. They're in charge now.
Oh.
I mean, seriously.
Well, like I say, they try not to be too evasive.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to be nice.
Yes.
QCColorado.com. Go to that website. That name will mean a lot to you. Quiet Cool. QCColorado.com. You'll save so much money, you're going to be astounded. I love the way they work. I mean, the science is indisputable. All right? They go up in your attic and they remote mount them. That's why they're called Quiet Cool. They're not right over that hole in the ceiling, that small opening. It's a beautiful grill. You don't even notice it. And then they have a remote, so there's no wiring through your walls. It's all great. The installation takes less than an hour, and you feel the results in the first 5 or 10 minutes because it, first of all, it gets rid of all the hot air in the attic. That in itself is important. The next thing, it pulls all of your air through the house and destratifies it, so you don't have hot and cold separated, and it cools down the house. You use your air conditioner less. It's that easy. You use it less, way less than without it, and you will definitely have it pay for itself. I have already cut down my usage. I use my air conditioner a full half the time, just half the time, and some people don't use their air anymore at all. QCColorado.com, 720-398-4510. You know what's wrong with this QC? Is that it's not exclusive. There are a lot of people who do Quiet Cool, the actual brand name. And so, I mean, this guy's advertising for all of them.
It's pretty quiet though, huh?
Oh, yeah. Now, I mean, you know it's on, but you hear when, especially when it starts, because the thing's open. But no, it's really quiet. I mean, it's really quiet, because I don't know if once it starts, I'm not sure it's on. I just feel the air. That's why I know. And there's a little, like, the sound of the air going through those vents, because it's going, you know what I mean? It's like...
Tommy, are you around after the show today?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not...
the Raleigh House is an
it's not the sound of the fan.
With several locations.
That's,
now, we could just do
it's not that far away, but because it's in the attic and your attic is insulated, I think that has something to do with it, don't you?
I hear mine.
But yours is mounted on the rafters. Yeah, and it's right there.
Oh, good point.
This has a duct going like, and then they insulate around the grill.
Okay.
And so the thing is behind insulation in the middle of your attic.
Okay, I can see that.
But it's not silent. It's quiet.
And mine isn't super noisy.
What's that?
I would like you to hear mine and see.
But it's not quiet, or is it quiet?
This is pretty quiet.
It's pretty quiet.
Oh, yours is noisy.
There are times, Mark, there are times I don't know if mine's on.
I never know when my whole house furnace fan's on. No, because it goes from 5% up to 100.
But your full house furnace fan doesn't do the same thing.
No, I understand. But it does constantly take that cool air in the basement.
Absolutely. If you didn't have it, just that would...
Well, where's your return air? It depends.
They're everywhere. On each floor.
Well, it's not just taking them there. It's taking it from all over.
Yeah, but my top floor, where most of the heat goes, of course, has its own AC unit.
But what's pushing the air out of your attic?
A huge turbine.
Oh, that's right.
It's huge. And it's got a thermostat.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So... Kent's got a comment. I'm dying to hear this on the IRS. What are you commenting on, Kent?
Hey, so hi, Tom.
Hey.
I get those calls. I get
Oh,
those
the
calls
fake
on my
IRS.
cell
You're
phone.
commenting on the scams.
Yeah. So I call them back.
Of course. We try
first
too.
Of all, well, they only give you a few seconds to call back, and then they switch the number.
Oh.
You got to call right back. That's why you're getting that buzzing.
Okay.
But you can tell who they are just by the recording is so baloney. I mean, yeah, you can tell that it's no.
And most
no
of the
IRS
time,
agent would have it.
And most of the time, they have a foreign accent.
Always. And so when I call them back, I try to get them hooked. I try to turn it around, and I'm like, oh, I'm worried, this and that, and what can I do? And then after I get them talking to me, I'll say something like, so how do you feel? And they'll be like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, you're such a shyster. You're stealing from people that can't afford it. How does that make you feel? And I always just get a click.
Oh,
but I do it every chance I get. I try to waste their time. And you know what? I waste as much of it as I possibly can.
Well, that's fun. It's safe to say you don't got a lot going on there, Ken. I'm just kidding, man. All right. So, John, what's happening with you, John?
Yeah, the same thing. I had called in.
But yours is a text. It's different.
It was a text, right? And this is one of the lines from their text. This is from the Internal Revenue Service, right? We just suspend your Social Security number.
Okay.
Obviously, they don't speak English and they don't write English.
And do they give you a number
on there?
Yeah.
There was a number on the text, and I was going to give that to you. It's 1-855-143-4880.
Now, here's what I want to ask you though: is that the number on the from the one who sent the text, or the one they told you to call?
The one that it was told to call on the text.
Because because they spoof the sender number, so that doesn't mean anything. But this is one that actually. Right. Oh, okay. And they said they suspended it. What's your wife's first name?
Pam.
Ann.
But of course they don't know the Social Security number. Pam. P-A-M.
Pam. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. I would like to see what happens if this number. Well, how long ago did this come in?
I doubt you can call it.
We'll see. How long?
Yeah, it's about a half an hour ago.
Oh, maybe it's fresh,
about
Mark.
a half an hour ago. I told her to just ignore it, and then I heard, and then right after that, I heard you talking about it on the radio.
Well, they will never, ever call or text you ever. Let's just see what happens. I mean, what the hey? Let's see. Let's see, nothing. Let's see, do I have that right? Yeah, 9. Okay, 855.
I don't think it's going to work. It's some weird number.
It is a weird number. But anyway, here's the deal. We'll try it one more time, okay? One more time. These phones are still working, right, folks? Oh, the 143 throws me off because I've never seen a 1 in there, but who cares? I mean, it could be. So let's see. Is it going to ring? Is it going to ring? And this was a text message. So, nah, it's not ringing. I just don't like our phone situation here. 303-713-8255. Hey, Richard, what's going on with you?
Tom.
Hey, man.
Long-time listener.
Thank you. What's happening?
Hey, Michael Beach, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
The number I got Monday, 213-370-4901.
And what about it?
They said, stay where you're at. This is the Social Security Administration. They are on your way to arrest you. You have been involved in money laundering and drug trafficking.
Really?
I said, really? Yeah.
And so what did they want?
Pretty much just to tell me that and say stay where you're at.
But usually they want to get. Usually they want something.
On their way.
Usually they want something.
No, they didn't. They didn't want a thing, and then they hung up. So here's the number: 213-370.
I'm going to try it.
4901.
I'll try it.
L.A. Tom, listen to this. Tom.
Yeah.
Get a burner phone. Mark has told you many a time. Get a burner phone.
Right, but we can't put it on the air.
So what? Even if it's a one-way conversation with you, it'll still be interesting.
You know what?
And they will answer it.
You're right, and we can put it on a speaker. So maybe, you know what? Don't we have a burner phone? Hold on a second. Let's just see. I think we have a burner phone. I'm going to... Wait. Oh, that's weird. I'm going to try this one more time. Okay. A burner phone. Okay. But why did they hang up on him? You can't get any money that way. Please answer. Come on.
Call rejected.
Call rejected.
That's
now
new.
I'm really feeling bad. Holy crap. It said call rejected. So they must have their pigeons that they know that they called. And then if they get a number from outside the pigeon network.
What are you, from the 50s?
I know. I love it. Hey.
You going to drop a dime?
We got a pigeon. Let's see. Mike got 15 calls. What, today, Mike?
Since 10 o'clock, I've had 20 from the Social Security bastard. Hey.
So, Mike, if you have that many calls, what do they want? Have you listened to any of them?
I'm not playing the game. Like I got into one of them. I had to push one, and I knew he was a scammer right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I didn't play the game, you know. But he won't. Like, my phone's getting hot, man. And so y'all wasn't gonna call you and bother you with this crap. But
do you have
anyway,
any
why don't you
numbers?
sick mark on them, will you?
Yeah, I
Put your
will.
hat off.
Hey, do they have any kind of number for you to call back?
No, but he calls in on different numbers. Usually it's a 242 number.
Yeah, those are spoofed.
Are they? So they're different ones that he calls in on. And
Okay.
Anywho,
All right.
since this other guy called in, he's hitting the whole town today. Hey.
I'm telling you, everybody's getting hit. Now, Richard wanted to really quickly rant about something. If he can hang on, I'll let him rant about some kind of bet he made or something. Anyway, hold on. And then, Richard, you have a very special deal for us. You were on yesterday, Denver Clean Pro, and here's the deal. We believe everyone should have alternatives and shop around, and Denver Clean Pro on our referral list. He wanted people to know, look, I do a non-chemical, I do a very organic, clean citrus solution for the carpet. We set up an ionic exchange, and it attracts the dirt and pulls it out. And I use a bonnet that gently pulls it out as I go, and I change these bonnets often. He wanted to let people know there are alternatives to hot water extraction, and we checked him out, and he was good enough to come on the referral list, and now he wanted to offer a special. What is it, Richard?
Well, the special is that if you guys contact me through my website and mention that you heard me on the Tom Martino show,
yes,
and you want to schedule a job from August 1st to August 31st.
Oh, this is smart. This is smart. He's going to make a slow time special. Go ahead.
Well, it's not really a slow time. It's just I can't fit anybody in the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. August. Okay, so
No.
you go online and you schedule between what?
Well, what you do is you ask for me to contact you.
Okay.
You put down your contact information, phone
okay.
or whatever.
Right.
And then I'll call you back. And what I will do is that if you order or have me clean 3 areas of 200 square feet or less, the 4th area will be free if it's an equal or lesser value.
Okay. So, and that's August through September 4 for the price of 3. Okay. So let's give out that website. It is DenverCleanPro.com, and then go to contact us. DenverCleanPro.com.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. And
I had no idea what he was saying. I already did a Centeno.
Yeah, I know. They do multiples. Did you know that?
Yeah, I guess
They
so.
sometimes
Yeah, you're right.
do 3.
Boy, they got some of this pallet racking at that auction. I'll bet you that stuff is worth
Listen
a couple $1,000
When-
for $7.50.
Did you say a pallet?
Pallet racking, so they're strong enough they can hold a pallet, but they got to put it. I mean, you can use it for shelving.
Oh, those racks
Yes.
that hold pallets.
Yes.
Yes, for storage, for warehouses.
Yes, or you could put it in if you had a garage. If you did, not a nice garage like yours, but just put it in there for.
You're right.
I mean, this stuff is heavy duty.
1,000 hotels across the country.
What's this special report, guys? Labor Secretary. Oh, that's a special report?
That's the guy that they're talking about to, they want to resign. Acosta.
Book direct at wyndhamhotels.com.
He was the one that said he gave it.
Let's talk about living stem cell therapy. I say living stem cell therapy because here's the unfortunate truth. Most all other treatment uses dead stem cells. That's why I recommend Centeno Schultz. Here's the difference. In order to get living stem cell therapy, it must be extracted from you at the time of surgery. Or not surgery, but treatment. And here's the deal. If someone says, oh no, you don't want to use old stem cells, use new ones from an amniotic fluid. No, that's not true. You cannot preserve them in shipment. So, you get them from yourself, and there's no such thing as an old living stem cell because stem cells by themselves are new when they're created, and then you use them or they go away. Centeno Schultz can explain all this at their seminars. They'll read your MRIs. You can even get a sonogram there, an ultrasound. Here's what you do. Go to the website, find out about their seminars, or just get evaluated. And your insurance will cover it. TheStemCellExperts.com, 303-963-9202. 9201. Fuck! Man, when you get a miss, you may as well fuck the whole spot. I gotta come back and fix
You
it.
get full table, $5. But it's missing the slate. Doesn't have the slate. For $5, and you can go.
Oh, if you felt like refinishing it and then the slate's cheap, you can buy used slate.
Why would you have to refinish it?
You'd actually get a slate for free. If you look through Craigslist, you can go pull.
Right.
Well, I don't know the wood, but I mean, if you refinish it, it'd look brand new is my point.
It's our specialty. It's our job. All you have to do.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking we could use. What do you think? So this plugs into the burner phone, okay? Then we plug one into here.
I already have an adapter.
Oh.
I want an adapter that goes from a cell phone,
Right, from the phone
into
to
these
that.
two.
Right.
Then when we hit the mic.
I have. Don't you remember the one you bought for me? Let me see.
Yeah, but does it?
No, I
wait,
can
we're
take
up.
a regular.
Wait, something's up.
Let's talk about Avenue Dental Studio. You know, Suzanne, why don't you talk about it? Because you're the one that went there first, and you said, you got to know these people. Avenue Dental Studio. They do cosmetic dentistry. They do general dentistry. They did Mark's cleanings. You had some, and I say minor veneer work. Oh, here's the deal. If you need a whole mouth restoration, she's the first one to tell you you need more than cosmetics. And they do implants and they do other things. If you need light cosmetic work, if you need a beautiful smile, Suzanne needed some teeth done in the front, and it changed her entire face. Do you love it or what? Is it way more than you thought? Is it way more than you thought, seriously? I mean, you know, when people look, here's the great thing. They don't say, oh, Suzanne, what did you do? Because it's not like that. It's like, wow, you look great. What's going on? And here's the thing. If you want a beautiful smile, if you want just a great dentist, how about that? Just a great dentist.
Her new special.
Oh, a new one. Oh,
$59.
Yeah.
Same as before, but she'll give you different options on the cosmetics surgery if you want.
Right. That, in other words, she will give you a complete cosmetic evaluation. That means you get a cleaning and an exam and all of that, and then she lays out for you what you would need to make that perfect smile or to enhance your smile, and it's all for just $59. Before, that $59 special was just for a new patient, but now she'll sit with you and do that consultation for cosmetic dentistry, for veneers. 720-240-4740. 720-240-4740. AvenueDentalStudio.com. Now, one thing quickly. On Centeno Schultz, I might have misread a number, quickly. I just want to be very, very clear. Okay, it's TheStemCellExperts.com. 303-963-9201. I just ordered two.
He's got a blackboard.
Try to get the caller back up. Do we have his info?
Mine too.
Oh, sweet. This will be good.
Who's this?
Chris Pitts is on with Pit Stop.
No shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, and Rob Rob the caller's back up.
Oh.
And you're the one that called.
I'm going to make it clear it was all you. I didn't say anything bad about you. No, wouldn't it be funny if every time you got a guy on, you were afraid of him? Wouldn't that be funny if there was a talk show host that said, "Oh man, no, I didn't mean anything. Nothing personal, sir. I love you."
Done my roofs, they should do yours too. 303-761-6400. That's 761-6400 or excelroofing.com.
This is the part that'll throw me. Ooh, I want to plug directly into one of these things down there.
Why don't you just do it here?
Because it's a stupid ATR. We don't.
What right in here?
XLR, you mean?
How would you use the mic though?
Yeah, but you got to plug it in. Oh, you're just talking. I see. You just need. He's right. You only need
the output.
You only need the output. That's right.
Because you would do this.
That's right. That's all you need is you just go the
unless
earphones.
It doubles, but I don't think it would double.
No. He's right. You did the earphones.
I don't even like thinking he's right though.
I'm always right though.
That's a good one.
Remember what he was saying about
all
marijuana?
All you need is to take that phone like this and put the output, the earpiece. So it goes one of the earpiece socket. You go. I know that's easy. Talk. Then you need the earpiece to that. That's it. Yeah. That's just a 1/4 inch. I mean an 1/8. Yeah. Right to that.
Well, depending on what the burner
XLR
phone has, yeah. No, not the XLR, too. Oh, you're right, 2 XLR.
I'm Tom Martino. ApprovalReverse.com will get you approval reverse mortgage. Because so many people have questions about it. You know, it's not a nasty mortgage. It's good. It's a good alternative. I particularly like the line of credit where you don't touch it unless you need it for an emergency, and then your house shows no equity. I mean, you have equity, really, but it shows no equity because of the reverse line of credit. So if you leave it there, it's just a protection against creditors and scammers. Plus, it gives you emergency funds if you need it. ApprovalReverse.com. 303-771-3528. Let's go to the phones. And do we have the owner of Pit Stop on or not?
He's on line 1, Tom.
Well, that's wonderful.
Chris Pitt.
And the customer, Tom, the customer's on line 2.
And I must say to Mark, behave, because here's why. Whenever we have a business owner on, we give them all the say they want because we are talking about their business.
Last time I talked to this guy,
yes, Mark.
about a month ago,
yes,
he said 200 was fair and the guy could come get it.
Okay.
Then today we're told by the caller he did go get it a month ago and was told he had to order checks and had no way to pay him. Then he was told, forget about it, I'm not going to pay you.
Now, Rob, this all stemmed from a job that you dropped how much with Chris Pitts at Pit Stop?
I believe it was about $1,700.
And it still wasn't running correctly?
It wasn't running at all.
But to be fair, I need to know something. For that $1,700, did you get any value? I mean, they must have put in some new parts.
Yeah, well, not many new parts. I actually just paid him to have the engine installed.
Oh.
At his shop.
Okay, so the engine was, hold on, the engine was installed.
Correct.
Okay, then what was the problem that you had fixed by another shop?
Well, Chris, he had the Jeep at his shop for about a month and a half and just said that he couldn't get it running.
Okay.
So I had to take it over to another shop.
Yeah.
And they basically just said that they hooked it up the way it should have been hooked up.
Like in an hour.
Yeah, but
an hour. Yeah,
I understand.
Think about that. 1 hour. The guy had it in a month and a half.
I know. But listen, so we're not trying to even make the case that the $1,700 was paid in vain because the engine was installed, and in fact,
that's right.
The mere fact that it only took an hour to get it running meant that it was probably 90% installed correctly.
Agreed,
right?
And that's why he agreed, Chris Pitts,
right,
to $200.
So we're not disputing the actual installation, but then the finishing touches cost you some inconvenience, and you were willing to settle for a $200 discount. Does it all boil down to that, Rob?
Yes.
And he promised a $200 discount, Mark, right on the air.
That's right.
Okay, so that's where we stand. Let's go talk to him, because we were upset that today you told us, Rob, what? He wasn't going to give you the $200?
Yeah, I went in yesterday, and it was actually on April 19th that I called in. It was a little bit longer back than I
okay,
recalled.
but
anyway,
bottom line, you wanted the 200.
I went in yesterday, and I said, hey, do you remember me? And he got an attitude, and he pulled out his cell phone and started recording me. And I said, I don't.
Nothing wrong with that.
On the cell phone, I don't even know why you're recording me.
Nothing wrong with that.
He said eventually, I'm not going to pay you. He said. What was his term? I don't remember what he said, but it boiled down to he wasn't going to give me any money.
How about back on April 20th when you went in to get it, or April 19th after he agreed to the 200?
Yeah, it was the same day. He said you could come on in later that day, so I went in later that day, and he said he was out of checks. He had to order checks.
Okay, so let's just find out what's going on then. That's it. Okay. So anyway, this is Chris Pitts from Pitts Top Auto and 4x4. Chris, hi. What's going on? You basically heard everything, right?
Yeah, and thank you for having me on the air. I appreciate it. I really do, and it gives me an opportunity to tell my side of the story instead of everybody just listening to one guy.
Okay, go ahead.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So he never paid $1,700. I had the ticket. I charged him just a little over $1,300 to do the job. I mean, it was dirt cheap because it was $50 an hour.
Okay.
When he asked me to do the job, he said, "Oh, it's just a simple job. Just throw the engine in." And it was $550. And I said, "Yeah, I'll do it for $550 if everything is there and it's real simple. I can put it in." Well, he said, "Yeah, everything is there. It's in 2 tubs." And I was like, "Okay." So he delivered the engine and he delivered the Jeep and the 2 tubs. In one tub, it had broken engine pieces in it. And the other tub didn't even have the brackets or the bolts necessary to put the engine in.
I want to ask you something because you sound like you're making sense, and you probably have a very good reason why you feel you've earned your money. Now, I mean that sincerely, but here's what I want to know, because I think that it'll short-circuit the whole thing. Why did you even say then that you would settle for the 200? I mean, really, it boils down to your word. Why did you say that?
Okay, because I said I would. And Rob is misrepresenting me. He's not telling you the correct story.
Okay, go ahead.
So he came in. I told him I don't have any checks. I was going to write him a check at that time, and I said I had just checked and didn't show up. So they showed up the next day. I've been busy trying to run my shop on my own. I'm by myself.
Okay.
And then so he comes in the other day, and the first thing he says out of his mouth is, "Hey, Chris, I want my money. You have my check." And I said, "I don't have any cash right now to pay you. I'm trying to pull myself out of a hole right now." And he turned around and walked out the door, and I said, hey, wait, hold on. I pulled out my phone, and I started recording, and I said, "Let's do this on video because I'm not going to be slandered by you again."
Okay.
And he said, "Nope, I'm not doing it." He ran away, got in his car, and he wouldn't even listen to me, and I got it on video.
What would you have told him? Now you can say what you wanted to say. What were you going to tell him?
What was I going to tell him?
Yeah.
I was going to tell him, "Sit, talk to me, and let's work this out." He didn't want to do it.
Like how work it out? What do you mean?
But running out the door.
But I know.
Well, because first of all, he lied. He didn't say it was $1,700. He didn't say the correct amount. It was $1,300. I was trying to do him a favor. And every time that I tried to talk to him about his Jeep and said that he's missing a bunch of parts, he says, "Well, do you need me to get somebody else to do it? Do you want me to take it from you?"
No, we get that part. Chris, for the record, I want to say that Chris is saying that Rob did not pay what he said, and that Chris was willing to do the job, and that Chris feels he did it at a great value. For the record, okay, Chris, but the point is you did promise him $200. That was the part that got us.
And I didn't have the money. Okay. I don't have the money, man.
Okay, that's it.
I tried to tell him that, but I don't have the money. He's going on the video show.
I can respect that straight up. I can respect that straight up. He doesn't have the money. Hold on. We're not going anywhere, but I have to take a break.
This report is sponsored by Wyndham Hotels and Resorts.
At least the guy's honest.
But he keeps wanting to go back to the beginning.
I'm broke as shit. I don't even have $200. Come to Pitts Auto. A little hard on the guy. I hate when fucking people lie to me.
No, it wasn't. No, that's not good. That's not good.
Sometimes.
That's the worst. It's the worst, Jerry. It's the worst.
It's gold.
It's not gold. That's pee.
It's fool's gold, Jerry. It's fool's gold. This is amazing, all the stuff that he's got.
With more than 6,000 hotels
He's
across
not
the
getting much
country,
money for it.
including
I say this stuff here.
Days Inn,
I mean,
and Super
those
8.
racks and
A
everything,
great
they're
hotel
worth
by Wyndham is closer than you
hundreds
think.
and hundreds of
Find one
dollars.
near you.
It's like $7.
WyndhamHotels.com.
Can I store it in your...
All right, we got a trade-in special at Fix It 24/7. You know, we talk about them as being the $39 people find any problem and fix it, and then credit you that $39 or $39 to spruce up your AC system, your furnace, your plumbing, or your electrical, just for $39. And then here's the other deal: if you need a system, they give you free second opinions on AC and furnace, and on water heaters. All of that's free. But here's the big deal: if you get a new AC furnace system, they will give you $1,000 for the old junk. That's right, a $1,000 trade-in. So you can take that right off the top. That's Fix It 24/7. And that's a great special, especially with the hot weather we've been having. A $1,000 trade-in? What, are you kidding me? 720-526-3939. Get your $1,000 trade-in, plus make your other deal any way you want. 720-526-3939, fixmyhome.com.
Man, that roller auction, sure, you know, they
You
get
like it?
10%. Well, no, they get 10%
good?
off everything.
Wait.
They get 10% of it, all their auctions.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit, but look at what they do.
They just put it on the internet.
But don't you think it's a popular, I mean, they built a good infrastructure?
Oh,
or
no,
what?
I agree. It's a great model and stuff, but I mean, I don't even know if they come
How
and take
does
the
a
pictures.
virtual reality escape room work?
Do you think they come and take the pictures, or do they say just, you know, give it and we'll just
Oh,
put it
goggles.
Features universal computer. This is an interesting adapter.
And then they do the transaction amount, too.
Look at this thing.
What is it?
It plugs into XLR and then goes into USB.
What's XLR?
That's what these are.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, to USB, Mark?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really-
yeah, I guess so, because that's what I have on my digital recording studio. It goes from a USB. It puts the mic out to a USB. Oh, this is different. This goes... Oh, this is different. This goes from XLR. This goes from USB to XLR, right?
This goes XLR to USB.
Yeah, that's what I have. Because I can take a mic and give it a USB input.
And this also has a mixer controller on it. I can't get over how cheap shit this is.
Let's look at it before we buy it.
No,
Let's
I'm
make
not.
sure
I'm
we
not
get the
kidding.
right thing. Whole Foods. Do you ever use Whole Foods at Amazon and Prime and Whole Foods?
Do I ever use what?
Do you ever use
No,
your
I don't
Prime
like Whole
membership
Foods.
at Whole Foods? Well, Whole Foods is mostly just a big joke.
I don't like Whole Foods. I thought when Amazon bought them they might get aggressive, but they haven't done shit.
On certain things they do.
Like what?
I don't know. They have specials and stuff. I don't go to Whole Foods either.
You love Whole Foods.
No,
You want to be Whole Foods.
I don't think I've ever bought anything from Whole Foods.
Actually, this might be the way to go. See, we'd have the mic line in.
Why not just plug it in right from that adapter you have for his phone?
What do you mean?
Just plug it in and you can just go right into here. And then you talk on the phone.
Because that's out. We got to go in. We need XLR. The mic is the big one.
Oh.
Let's see. Streams 2 inputs, 2 outputs. Ooh, I know what we need. Ooh, ooh.
Who used to say that? Tom will know this show.
Ooh, ooh.
Car 54.
There you go. Good job.
You're right.
That's a.
And it was Gunther Tootie.
Car 54.
No, Gunther was the big guy. This was the little guy that did it.
And the big guy was, what other did he play on?
No, Tootie was the
Munster.
fat guy. You're thinking Herman Munster was the big guy.
He is the big guy.
Tootie, though. Who said ooh, ooh?
The short guy.
The fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? You're right.
I know the entire theme song.
Do you?
There's a holdup in the bank. Brooklyn's broken out in
I don't
There's
remember
a traffic jam in Harlem that's backed up to
I don't
Brooklyn
remember
Heights.
that
There's
at
a
all.
Scout troop short a child. Cruise ships doing idle while.
Oh my God.
Car 50.
Honest to
the
God,
Russian
no.
guy was coming
Do you know
over
what
to Idlewild.
show I used to like in that vintage area? I used to love fucking Mr. Terrific. I don't know why I love
What is
him.
Mr. Terrific? Is that the Super
He put on
Terrific
a
Happy Hour?
He put on a suit. He became a super. Like,
Oh, the cartoon.
No.
Wasn't?
Never heard of that one.
We're back, right? Tom Martino here. Let's go. Let's talk. So, in essence, I want to go back to Chris. I mean, we owe it to him. Pit Stop Auto. And he's saying the story wasn't told accurately. Let's grant him that. Let's just say, okay, the guy didn't pay as much as he said. And I don't even know why Chris asked for the $200, but he's honest here. He said, look, I would have settled this thing for $200 because I want happy customers. So I agreed to refund $200 of the total job, even though he thinks he's done a lot of work. And he really did install the engine to a point where it just took another shop an hour to get it running. So let's give him credit for that. But here's the bottom line. He made a promise to adjust this for $200. He doesn't have the money. Okay? It comes down to that. So, Rob, I'm going to let Chris have the last word. But, Rob, what do you say to a guy that says, look, okay, yeah, I made the settlement, but, hey, I don't have the money right now. What do you do?
Same thing I told him when I stopped by his shop is just, I thought you're not a man of your word. And that's just kind of what I was calling you for.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm not going to dispute actually that it was $1,700. I was actually wrong. I didn't pull the invoice.
Okay, that's fine too.
Is whatever. But
that's fine. But
yeah,
if he doesn't have the money,
it's just kind of like
I don't hear him saying. I don't hear him saying I'm not going to pay. Did he tell you I'm not ever going to pay you?
He said I'm not going to pay, and he is right. I did leave at that point. I wasn't going to argue him. He said a lot of other stuff before I did leave. But, I mean, what it comes down to is I stopped at his shop 2 months ago and asked him, and at that point he didn't have a check. He said, hey, the checks are going to come in the next day or two. I'll give you a call when they come in. They didn't. He never called me. It just kind of slipped my mind. It's not a big, it's not the most important thing in my life. So it's kind of slipped my mind. But my girlfriend brought it up. Hey, whatever happened with it? So
all right. So hold on. I want to be true to my word, Chris. You don't have the money. You're trying now. How did you get behind, by the way, Chris?
Part of me getting behind was having the wrong kind of help in here. They were not very good helpers, and so I had to do comebacks. Basically, the guys that I had working with me, I had to fix the stuff that they messed up. So that set me behind. Now, when Rob came in, he asked me for the money. He says, "You remember the radio show, whatever?" And I said, "Yeah. I got it." And I went to go and pull out the checks, and I opened my book, and I didn't have any checks in it. I said, "I don't have any more checks." They're coming. He said, "Don't worry about calling me up. Just mail it to me. You have my address." And he walked out.
All right. Do you have his address?
He walked out. What's that?
Do you have his address?
Yeah. I was sitting there looking for the receipt. We were on the radio.
Chris, listen, here's what I find. Here's what I think, okay? I really mean this.
I never told him I could pay him.
Okay. Here's what I don't hear. Listen, I don't hear a scammer. I don't hear a fly-by-night. You know what? In fact, I just think good luck to you. I hope you get back on your feet, okay? And then pay him when you can. I don't know.
I came up with an idea that might get him some.
By the way,
business.
Pitts. I like the way he took his name Pitts and did the top auto, Pit Stop Auto. What is the idea?
I cut him a commercial, but we're an out. I had a commercial cut, potted up, ready to go.
Is it too long? All right, we'll do it tomorrow. Anyway, we're out of time, folks. 303-7. Oh, why am I giving the number? Let me just give this out. Referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. And don't forget, look on social media for all latest postings and sleazbrigade.com.
That was a commercial though.
I mean, you know what? I got to give the guy luck. What are we going to do?
He's a fucking liar.
Well, Mark.
He had no intention of paying the guy.
I'm not sure that's
He just wanted to find. Oh, I'm out of checks. Come by and grab one. Oh, whoops, no checks.
He doesn't have the money.
That he didn't say he didn't have the money back then.
No, I know.
All I'm saying, he's a fucking liar. You know who he is?
Something called grace.
He might as well be Jim Weiss.
Once in a while, give grace.
No, Jim Weiss is bad.
No, he's not a Jim Weiss. Can't you see the difference? There is a difference, Mark.
I'll tell you what I see.
Mark
is a guy that told me he would pay him months ago. And then I got the same caller calling back up saying, hey, remember what you guys did for me? Well, nothing.
He thought you'd have a shorter memory than that.
Mark, do you see what I do? I do everything incognito.